Hello everybody and welcome to Streamception. Today Frontier is going to do their monthly highlight stream with all of the news from October, and as they announced on Twitter, they will also be sharing a brand new Chaos Theory level on Xbox Series X, so no PC gameplay this time. This is interesting for the console players among us. She said among us. Welcome everyone, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining me for this appropriate hype fest. I see a lot of people here. Neron, of course, thanks so much for joining. Froten Gaming, Redempted Heaven, it's going way too fast. Erwin, Wheelie World, Brooke, Jay, thanks so much for another super chat. You get a hug from a raptor. Oh, it's hidden. Hold on. I'll give you the hug, don't you worry. You're getting your hug. There it is. It was on a lower level. I'm sorry about that. So we have about 15 minutes to kill until Frontier starts their stream. Hence, we are looking at the dev diary in the background. But I figured we could talk a little bit beforehand, as we always do. Sort of, get this like pre-gaming. Pre-gaming. So I'm gonna check the poll that I asked you guys to fill in, and I'll give it a little bit longer for you guys to vote. Hey, Giganzilla, thank you so much for the super chat. Hype for the stream, boys. That was a yellow one. Hold on, let me get yellow. It's also on a different layer. Boop. It's stuck. Great. Omar, no cursing in the chat, please. Thank you for the super chat. Let's try the Ian Malcolm laugh again. Did it work for you guys? It didn't work for me. So we hear it twice. That's not too bad. And also, a Yahoo. Jesus, so many things to do.
Yahoo!
Yahoo! That's what we do over here when we get a donation. If you haven't voted yet in the poll, cast your vote right now so I can close it, and then we will discuss that a little bit as we wait for Frontier to start. I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited about this stream. I know that, the highlight stream, they're usually a little bit difficult to make your way through because there's a lot of talking at the start, but I think it's going to be worth it this time around. All right, so I'm going to end the poll. 3, 2, 1, end. All right, let's see what the results are. I mean, I already kind of saw. All right, so the winner of the poll, the Chaos Theory mode that you guys want to see the most is Jurassic Park 3, and I actually agree with you on that. I am most excited and most curious to see what they're going to do with Jurassic Park 3 Chaos Theory mode. And then we have Jurassic Park, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Jurassic Park, Jurassic World are fairly close together with 20 and 21%. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom only 1.1k votes. Okay, well that's a good sample size, I'd say. Gaming Freck Cool. Hey Evil, what's your favorite dino from Jurassic Park 3? I mean, that's the Spinosaurus. Although I do really love the JP3 Raptors. They are awesome. Yeah, so I'm really hoping that they're going to be doing Jurassic Park 3 Chaos Theory mode, but I actually think that they're going to be doing Jurassic Park Chaos Theory mode, because there was a little bit of that, at least I think, there was a little bit of that in the dev diary from last Wednesday. So I think that's what we're going to see, because we saw like Rexy roar and we saw a storm hit the visitor center. So I think that's what we're going to be seeing today. Whatever they're going to be showing though, it's going to be exciting. Only 9k until we have 69k subs. No, only one more, how do I phrase this? Only 1,000 more people, I got there, until we get to the ultimate funny number of 69k subscribers. So if you want to make that happen, if you are a person of culture and you want to be part of the OG 69k gang, then please consider subscribing to the channel for a lot of Jurassic World Evolution 2 content. We have fun over here. It's a little weird, but that's fun. And also, if you guys want to join the Discord where things get even weirder, the link for that is in the description box. People of culture unite, indeed, Wheelie World. Hey, Iron Leviathan, thank you so much for that super chat. Hello, Evo, so glad we got to see the Spino in the last Dev Diary. Really hope we're about to see a bit more of it today. Oh my god, I was so excited when it popped up in the Dev Diary. I was really hoping to see it. Also, you get a hug. Cozy. They're the best huggers. They have all the best hugs. Luke for life, why not 69,420? I mean, that's the next one. I'm hoping that the channel can grow beyond 69k, but at the moment, I'm just focused on the 69k because, well, that's my sense of humor, I guess. It's lacking, it's very simple. I'm a woman of simple things. Kui or Kiwi, thank you so much for that super chat. Amargasaurus is the best dinosaur. It is indeed very, very cute. So many hugs. So many hugs today. That's a life hug. That is indeed. Hey, Gigantzilla! Wow, thank you so much. That is an insane super chat. I'm hyped for the Spino tool. I think we all are. And that's a red one, so that's the first time we're gonna see this one. Let me pull it up. Pull it up. Alright, here you go. This one's for you, Gigantzilla. Thank you so much. I love that clip. Love it. I love the Mosasaurus. It's so good. I hope you guys have audio on those. If not, it was a very awkward long silence. I think it has audio. Hey, I'm a pineapple is here. Welcome. You are indeed still a pineapple, and I still appreciate your resolve to the cause. What time is the stream? I'm sorry, Miguel, there you go. The stream starts in 8 minutes. So we have a little bit of time to kill. I always want to start a little bit sooner because when the stream starts, I'm mostly gonna shut up. I'm gonna mute my microphone. You'll see me pop up in the chat mostly. You know, if they're switching guests and they're like silent for a minute, then I'll pop back in and we'll talk a little bit. But I want you guys to just enjoy Frontiers stream. So that's why I'm starting a little bit early so I can do my little thing. And yeah, then we can just enjoy it together. And again, keep an eye out for me in the chat. I'll be reacting just as you guys are. Jay, thanks so much for yet another super chat. YouTube should make a 69k reward. They should. That'd be awesome.
Yahoo!
Yahoo! Jurricane says, very excited for Jurassic World Evolution 2. Do you think all hybrids from Jurassic World Evolution 1 will return? Or maybe a few new ones? Oh, it's a difficult one. I do kind of hope they will all return. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of 2 of the 3 of Dr. Wu's hybrids, but yeah, sure, they can come back, it's fine. Hi, Miracle Oregano, welcome to the stream, how are you doing? Tactical Zadis from France, hello from the Netherlands. Memphis Robinson, Evo, I have a question. What do you want to see most? What I want to see most is Jurassic Park 3 Chaos Theory mode. You know, I also kind of like having things be kept as a surprise when we finally get to play the game. But that being said, the curiosity is just gonna kill the cat at this point. I'm just dead. Straight up dead. Pope Omar Sisto says, I still don't have Claire's Sanctuary, Return to Jurassic Park, and Dr. Wu stuff. Fake fan. Everyone, Pope Omar only recently started Jurassic World Evolution. I'm shaming him. Ooh woo. Tristan Weaver, are there any new dinosaurs you want to see in Jurassic World Evolution 2? Ooh. I mean, you're gonna get the standard answer, but it's an answer close to my heart. It's the truest answer I can give you. And that answer is, first and foremost... Oh, I'm seeing some buffering. Hold your horses. There you go. And we're back. Sorry about that. Adam Ham, the YouTube man. I got there. There you go. Evo, if you could add one feature to Jurassic World Evolution 2, what would it be? Bridges. Just make bridges. Yeah, there was a little bit of lag, guys, but we're back. Fret not. The Night Raptor, what if there is a Steam workshop for Jurassic World Evolution 2? Do you think that's even a possibility? I don't really think that's necessary. Because there's not going to be any custom building, so what would you really share on Steam? Like maybe a park as a whole, I guess you could share that. What time is it? 5 more minutes. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. Hi, Natalia. Welcome to the stream. It's not lagging anymore. At least it's not lagging on my end. If you're still experiencing lag, that's on you. Hey, Tarantula Mantis, thank you so much for that super chat. Hey, Evo, which is your favorite island/facility from Jurassic World Evolution? Also, this is... I don't know that currency. So this is a funny number donation. I do appreciate that. That's very clever. Let me get you first the clip. Hold on. That's orange. Let me pull it up.
You did it. You crazy son of a... You did it.
There you go. You crazy son of a beep. You did it. What's my favorite island/facility? I mean, Nublar, 1993, just because it's the biggest. Size matters. Sarcastically inspired, welcome. Hashtag BoPro. I'm dead. Don't you mean extinct? Oh man, the first movie is just a classic. It's iconic. I love it so much. Hi, Charlie's Gaming, hailing from boring, rainy England. It's sunny Netherlands right now. Spirox, thank you so much. Why not all mixed eras? It's unfair. I'm guessing it's just a limitation of the console, but here you have a Yahoo.
Yahoo!
Yahoo. And I see another Yahoo incoming. Mr. Marcy, thank you for your super chat. Hello, what's your favorite dino of all time? That'll be the Stegosaurus.
Yahoo!
Yahoo. I love that so much. What dino they announced you didn't want in Jurassic World Evolution 2 or didn't expect? Well, when stuff like the Maiasaura popped up, I was like, okay, but why though? But then again, everyone's fan of different things. Devil Joe Hunt, thank you so much for your super chat. You also get a Yahoo.
Yahoo!
So many Yahoos today. Yahoo. And Giganzilla coming through with yet another super chat. You are super, super generous. Thank you so, so much. Would you want to see a Camp Cretaceous DLC? Yes, very, very much.
You did it. You crazy son of a... You did it.
Sorry, we have to pause for Ian Malcolm. Ian Malcolm takes precedence. But yes, I'm not like personally the biggest fan of Camp Cretaceous, but more content for this game is always welcome from me. And I know that tons of people are super fans of Camp Cretaceous, so I would just want that for you guys. That'd just be fun. The Me Coolerist 110 sorry, I flipped those in my brain. Maiasaura are important for a book-accurate park. I guess you have a good point there. I concede. When's it gonna start? It's gonna start in 2 minutes. Hey, Blonde Gibbon, thank you so much for the super chat. I really hope they add a Mononicus. I hope I pronounced that right. I probably didn't. I rarely do.
Yahoo!
But have a Yahoo. Hey, Bladen, welcome to the stream. You're not late at all. You're right on time. We have 1 minute to go until Frontier starts their stream. I need to move some things around. There you go. We do have a lot of viewers in the chat. Oh my god. Welcome, everyone. By the way, if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe. Sorry, I had to do that. I had to do that. New Crash Park soon. Oh, you're hitting me in the feels right there, Natalio. Pope Omar, thank you so much for the super chat. You unsalted pasta eaters won't stop us. I know what that says, but I can't repeat it. Have a Yahoo.
Yahoo!
Omar's teaching me Italian curse words. Hashtag shameless plug. Right? I mean, I have to. That's the YouTube grind right there. What do you think about the 50 species for old gen? Is it only 50 species? Sorry, is it only 50 species for old gen? I don't actually know. I haven't delved into it yet. Tomorrow is going to be the weekly news update, so I'll have everything sorted out for you guys by tomorrow. If that is indeed a limitation for the old gen consoles, it's gonna suck because it means you can't do an all species park. Ooh, hold on. We've reached the the all-important point. Let me go check if they're live yet. There you go. Live stream starting soon. You little buggers. Anyway, let's move over to there. There you go. So we got this going. They're probably gonna do like a little countdown, like in like a minute or something. About the 50 species cap per park. It would be a shame because it means you can't do an all species park. It's also kind of a weird limit because even with 50 species... Oh! What's happening? Yeah, they're gonna do a countdown. There you go. But even with 50 species, you could still add like 1,000 dinosaurs. I'm gonna lower the volume for now. Don't worry, as I said, once the stream starts, I will shut up, I will mute my mic, and we're just gonna enjoy it. I will pump up the volume. Hey, Iron Leviathan, thank you so much for that super chat. I don't care if it's in the base game or DLC, I still want the Argentinosaurus. Yes. Yes, indeed. I support that choice. You get a hug. Oh, the hug is underneath the thing. Hold on, let me move that. I'm a professional, I swear. And Waitland Render, also another super chat. Thank you so much for you guys' support on the channel. That's absolutely incredible. Thank you very, very much. Oh, sorry, Wait and Render. I saw an L that's not supposed to be there. Wait and Render says, is there a particular Jurassic film you wish they took longer to explore and develop? Mine would be The Lost World with the team exploring the island. I mean, I'm gonna give you an awful answer, but every single movie, in my opinion, could have been 4 hours long, and I would have been fine with that. Maybe rewatching would have been a little taxing, but can never have too many dinosaurs. That's my opinion. Kempi asks, do you think there will be long grass from Lost World? I mean, I guess we can sort of create a long grass kind of look. Brovine, my favorite dinosaur of all time in real life, is the Stegosaurus. Andrew Christian, have you read any of the books? I've read the first and the second. Are those the only two? I actually don't know. The first one I read like on an annual basis. The second one I've only read once. It was a very long time ago. Hey, Plastic Panzer Factory, thank you so much for that super chat. Better than Swerve, I am honored. Thank you very much. Have a hug. Where is it? I'm such a mess. Purple Haze, another super chat. You guys are insane. Thank you so much. What's yellow? Honestly, yellow might be the best one. By the way, if any donations do happen to be made during Frontiers stream, I won't be doing the little pop-up things because I don't want to interrupt people's viewing experience, but you will get a very heartfelt thank you in the chat. I just wanted to say that in advance. We are so close to 69k, Jiro. We are so close. Only maybe 800 left to go, something like that. So I'm very excited about that. I also have a special video planned if we make it to 69k before November 9th. It's going to be very awkward and very embarrassing, but I think that's fun for you guys. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce this, but Bu1TR3, thank you so much for that super chat. Where are my Ceratosaurus and Herrerasaurus? First, you get a Yahoo.
Yahoo!
Ceratosaurus is 100% going to be in the game. It's a movie dinosaur, so I have no doubt about that. Herrerasaurus, I'm also keeping my fingers crossed for. I love Herrerasaurus. The Dinosaur Man, yet another super chat. This is insane. Thank you so much. Hey, I've been really curious. What skin do you think we will get the Giganotosaurus from Dominion or the original Jurassic World Evolution skin first? You get a hug. I talked about this in one of my videos, actually. I think we're initially gonna get the Jurassic World Evolution Giganotosaurus, and then when they do a Dominion DLC, we're gonna get a new model and new skins for the Giganotosaurus, kind of similar to what they did with Return to Jurassic Park. And I see yet another, the super chats, they keep coming, so I'm pretty much only showing clips. But thank you very much, Death Rider 290. Here's the orange.
You crazy son of a You did.
Thank you so much for that super chat, and thank you so much for the compliment. The support means so much to me. Boom Master backup, Q&A, Q&A, Q&A. The special video is going to be a Q&A of some sorts, mixed with a truth or dare. I think it's going to be hilarious, but that depends on the questions you dare to ask. Oh, we're in the end game now. 5 seconds. Here we go, folks. I'm gonna crank up the volume. I'll talk to you in the chat.
Jurassic monthly highlight game, of course, for October. It's really great to be here with all of you. I'm going to check the chat and see who's hanging out in there in a moment. So a couple of familiar names. I think one was going by Rich was in the chat, so that was really nice to see. And a whole bunch more of you as well from various community spaces. So it's really great to see all of you here. This will be the last monthly highlights stream because, of course, November 9th, I don't know if you've heard, Jurassic World Evolution 2 is going to be releasing. So you'll all be able to play the game in just over a week and a bit, roughly, about a week and a half. But we'll be getting there. So today, we're going to be doing what we do best. We're going to be talking with some of our wonderful developers. We're going to be having a look back at what we've been sharing with you in the last month. And we're going to be playing a little bit of the game. So as you may have seen over on Twitter or on Facebook, we're going to be, or even in Discord actually, we're going to be playing a Chaos Theory level, and we're going to be playing it on console. So we can show you a little bit of how that goes. We have got Xbox Series X set up and ready to go, and we'll be playing that later on. So stay patient, enjoy the rest of the show while we talk with some wonderful, wonderful people. So I'm going to see if I can pick some names out of the chat, but you're all talking quite fast. So Arda saying yay, you love to see it. Arthur saying oi, you also love to see it. I'm managing to catch a whole lot of these single word ones, so we're probably going to continue. There's Mr. something in there. Wolves, oh, it's gone. Everyone said hi. Well, we all said hi, so that's great. Instead, what we're going to do then, I can't pick any names out. You're all talking too fast, but I love you for it. We're going to go ahead and introduce our first guest. So, you all know him, you all love him. It's the wonderful Jim Stimpson. So, Jim.
Hi.
Welcome to the stream again.
Thank you for having me.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you?
I am doing fantastic.
Good.
I love these streams.
Yep.
And I totally just got one of the comments now. Oh, it was about my hoodie. It was about my wonderful hoodie. I thought it was just a random comment. But
It's pretty fantastic, isn't it?
Peep the look. It's pretty great. Just got to say. But yeah, we'll get you one. You'll be fine.
Good.
You'll be fine.
Thanks.
So for everyone who hasn't been to the previous stream, could you tell us a little bit about what you do on Jurassic World Evolution 2?
Sure. So I'm lead designer on Jurassic World Evolution 2. So it's kind of my job to help facilitate the design team and the other teams in order to make as fun a game as possible.
I mean, mission successful.
I would say so, yeah. Yeah, we're enjoying it quite a lot.
Absolutely. And so I think what we're going to talk about today is a little bit more about environments and calamities. So
yes, that's right.
We've been sharing about that recently. You'll be able to see on the forums and on social. We've been talking about the different environments that have been available or will be available for you to play, and also the calamities that can come with them. So I reckon let's get one of them queued up on the stream.
Yep.
Here we go. So if you have a look down there, you'll be able to see the one that we've got. Sporting a wonderful arena that I'm sure you all are very familiar with and very excited to get your hands on.
Yeah.
And if we could get to one of them and stick, we'll have a bit of a chat about it. So we'll get back to the arena in a little bit. Should we talk about this one for a little bit? Or this one?
Yes.
This one's good too.
This is our tiger environment.
Yeah.
So in here, the calamity that you're going to face is a snowstorm. So with a snowstorm, you're going to get obviously get a nice coverage of snow on the ground. But then with all our calamities, we want to make them feel a little bit different, a little bit unique, especially these new ones that we've added in. So all of our storms and calamities, they annoy the guests and the dinosaurs to a certain extent. But
it's aesthetically pleasing calamity with the snow one though.
Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. And when you do have a snowstorm, we want to throw a few curveballs in there for
Of
the player.
course.
So like vehicles are going to cut out. There are going to be specific injuries that happen to dinosaurs like frostbite. It can also clear all of your dinosaur scans. So once the storm's over, you've got to send all your rangers out again to go and rescan the dinosaurs. And it can temporarily clear all your dinosaurs and vehicles from your map as well.
So there's a lot
So
to deal with.
There's a lot going on.
When there's
yeah.
a calamity, it's staying true to the name, being
Oh,
a
yes.
calamity, even if it's a aesthetically pleasing calamity.
It wouldn't be
Where-
Jurassic if it was easy.
No. Well, that's true. You've got to, I mean, a little bit of chaos is kind
Exactly.
of what you want to be in there, right?
Yep.
So I guess we can have a look at another one of our environments and have a little bit more of a discussion about one of those. Like
That
here?
one is a tropical one, I believe.
Yeah.
So in our tropical environments, I mean they're super luscious and gorgeous. We have our hurricane storms
Hurricane storms.
coming back. They're pretty scary. Like obviously lots of rain, wind, kind of flipping around, all the trees going crazy. They are our most damaging storm that we've got. Dinosaurs get pretty upset in these storms,
Right.
obviously, like anyone would.
I mean,
when they're getting rained
whenever
on
anyone
heavily.
gets caught in the rain, I think generally they get quite upset about it.
Exactly, and this is a lot of rain.
A lot
so
of rain.
it increases the chance that they're going to break out. But with our comfort system, so if you've got dinosaurs with high comfort,
Yeah.
then you lessen the chance of them escaping and
Yeah.
wreaking absolute havoc on your park.
You want to make sure that they're staying comfortable. You want to make sure you're ready for potential calamities to come your way, of course.
Exactly. You definitely want to be ready for that. But again, they are aesthetically pleasing. You know, we've got a really nice kind of like a wet shader effect that goes on the dinosaurs when it's
Okay.
raining, and they look really, really nice. So
I mean, I do like it when, admittedly, everything, if you've seen me on any stream before, I spend a lot of the time just fawning over what our development teams create and going like, how incredible does that look? Obviously, our Calamities and everything in Jurassic World Evolution 2 is no exception at all. So I'm really looking forward to, well, I've seen it,
Yeah.
but for everyone at home
Yeah.
to get their hands on it on the 9th, that's going to be pretty incredible. Let's have a look at another one. Well, we'll cue it up. We'll cue it up soon.
slowly.
In the meantime, did you know that Jurassic World Evolution 2 is coming out on November 9th?
I did know that. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm incredibly excited about
It's a pretty
it.
big day for us, I've got to say.
It is a pretty massive day for us. Yeah, definitely.
So we've got the back to the San Diego Arena,
Yeah, we're back to the amphitheater and the desert.
showing us
And-
the desert. Yeah.
So for deserts, we've got sandstorms. Again, because sandstorms are new to the game, we want to make them feel a little bit new, a little bit different from our storms that we had in Jurassic World Evolution in the first game. And so what we've added in here is there's specific diseases that dinosaurs can get, and they can only get those from sandstorms.
Okay.
And so then you've got to go ahead and keep an eye on those. And then we also have temporary power outages that only affect your power stations. So
Not your
in, yeah,
generators.
in the desert, you want to have your backup generators ready to go,
Absolutely.
and you'll
So just as a
Save
little
yourself.
bit of extra context for those of you at home, as you're sorting out your power throughout wherever you happen to be building your park, you will be able to, of course, use power stations. But if you are going to be having the issue of sandstorms, you're going to want to have those emergency generators dotted around just to make sure that if the power does go, you're not just going to have a lot of escapes, going to have a lot of deterioration,
Yeah.
a lot of dying, a little bit of dying.
if your dinosaurs are already unwell,
They're not going to like it.
they're not going to like it. Yeah,
They're going to have diseases and they're not going to like it.
exactly.
I mean, it's relatable. So
yeah,
it is.
exactly.
Let's have a look at another one, shall we? Got to wait for it to get going. That's how we do with slideshows here. But we'll get on to the next one soon enough. There we go.
Here it is. So, it's our temperate.
Yes, temperate.
So in temperate, we have heavy rainstorms. So something we're obviously very familiar with here in the UK, and
Rain
yeah.
in England.
and lots of it. So
Nice.
so yeah, with this again, they're very intense. They can do a lot of damage to your park. It can affect things like your the gates to your enclosures. So you know you're going to have to be on it. You're going to have to be ready to either assign your rangers to go and fix it, or you're going to have to jump in the vehicle yourself and go and do it manually in order to lessen the damage done to your park and stop you from losing money, and obviously stop dinosaurs escaping as well, because that's pretty bad.
I mean, I think one of the key lessons of anything to do with Jurassic is dinosaurs escaping. It's not good for you.
It's pretty bad, yeah.
It's pretty bad. Yeah,
It's best avoided.
We're going to categorize that one under avoid, not good.
Yeah.
So whilst we are going through having a look at these different parts of the environments, I'm aware that there's some things you can do in terms of customizing your ground textures and adding rocks and the like. And
Yeah. So again, kind of when we were looking at these new environments, we want them to look and feel different. Obviously, the calamities and storms, that's part of it, but we also want you to be able to customize things as well. So as you say, we've got some rocks that are specific to those environments. We've got ground brushes, so you can paint down different textures on the floor, but you always have access to the important ones that you need to keep dinosaurs happy. And then also you've got ornamental shrubs that are unique to each environment as well, so you can go in, you can decorate and make it feel like
it's yours.
Your park,
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, you set it up how you want to. It is your park. after
Exactly.
all. It's as simple as that. And there's definitely, you've got that wonderful balance of you can do those parts cosmetically if you want to, as well as making sure that you're keeping everything and all of your dinosaurs happy,
Exactly.
which is what we like. We like a happy dinosaur.
Definitely.
So I think we've got another shot down here.
Yeah. So this one is alpine, I believe.
Looks like it.
So
I love the trees.
Yes, exactly. It's again it's so much detail and so much effort has gone into these environments to make them just look just amazing. And you know we've got a very talented team of artists who are able to bring it to life.
Ridiculously talented. I think like if we were to try and talk to all of them on stream about all of the individual things they're doing, we'd be here like for an entire week straight.
Oh,
I
easily.
mean, I'd love it,
Easily.
but I feel like for everyone else, like on the dev team, having to cycle through the room, there might be a little.
It might drag a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, in here you'll get some snowstorms and you'll get some heavy rain as well.
Having some heavy rain is, I mean, I think it's a good thing for an environment, but yeah, I can see how it can be an issue when you've got your dinosaurs coming up.
Exactly.
So is there anything more extra that you would want to share with everyone on the stream? Any sort of small hints for dealing with one of the environments, perhaps, where you've got these calamities coming up?
So I think the best advice I can give is always be prepared to jump into your ranger vehicle and go out and manually fix problems.
Not just sending them out to do this by themselves.
Because you can do things, well, you can do a lot more in one go by yourself. But the other thing is, calamities might knock out your power. They might knock out the response facility where the vehicles are housed. So if you're able to just quickly jump in, it will make your life a little bit easier, especially when you have like a lot of your fences knocked out. It's just easier to
control them.
Drive round and just quickly repair them as you go.
It's a pretty great hint, to be fair. I'm usually a sucker for being like, Ranger team, go, and just hoping for the best. But yeah, you're right. Sometimes that little bit of a hands-on approach can make all of the difference.
Definitely.
I know one question that we did get a few times from the community was regarding calamities. So we've got Jim right here, or you can just ask. For sandbox modes, can you control at all the weather effects and the calamities?
Yeah, you can turn them off. There's a lot of stuff in Sandbox that you can go in and you can turn on and off, and you can customize it so you can play the game how you want to play it.
Okay, fantastic. So,
and that is one of them, definitely.
If you're worried about a sandstorm, worried about a snowstorm, worried about a little bit too much rain on your dinosaurs in Sandbox, don't have to worry about it. You can just make that decision for yourselves, which is fantastic. Brilliant. Well, I think from that point, I'm going to say thank you very much to Jim for joining us today and to talk through a little bit more of the design and a little bit more about the environments and the calamities. And what we're going to do now is we're going to play one of our species field guides, I think for the Plesiosaurus, while we swap out a guest to put a new guest. We'll be right back with you.
The Plesiosaurus is one of the most iconic prehistoric marine reptiles. Its lengthy neck grants it an extended reach to strike its prey, making the Plesiosaurus a highly effective and lethal aquatic hunter.
Welcome back. So, as I mentioned, we've done a very quick little switch. I've got a new guest sitting on the sofa next to me, and we're now going to talk a little bit about the species field guides that we shared with you this month. And the first one you've just seen was for the Plesiosaurus, and I'm just going to get straight on and introduce my guest because they are one of the greatest of all time, of course. So, very happy to introduce and welcome back to the stream, Amy.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, thanks. Thank you.
How'd you like your introduction?
It's very flattering.
Flattering?
Very
I
flattering.
mean, it's very accurate, after all. So you're the lead animator,
Yes.
which means that for all of the wonderful things that you see the dinosaurs doing, that comes down to Amy and Amy's team. So shout out for everybody on the animation team for all the incredible things that we see. But would you like to give a little bit more of a description for what you do on Jurassic World Evolution 2?
Yes, well, I help guide the animations, basically. I help lead animators into creating the best animations that they can make.
The best.
The best.
Absolute
They
best.
share their ideas and we help to guide them to becoming really nice game assets, really.
I mean, I think you're underselling it slightly. We can
You
bump
knew
that
it.
up. Like, they're incredible. I mean,
They are,
that's
yeah.
my opinion at least.
Yeah,
And
it's really good.
I know from conversations that we have in multiple places with the community that they agree. There's lots of incredible bits, and we'll talk about one or two of the ones that have been the favorites in a moment. But I think we can start with things like our marine reptiles. So for those of you at home, we do, of course, have a pet Mosasaurus in the streaming studio. I like to call it Mimosa.
Mimosa.
Mimosa the Mosasaurus.
That's very nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go for that. This is my Mosa, me Mosa. See? Fits.
I like it.
We don't go on with the rest of the song, but we start with it at least. I've got a couple of notes about the audio, which we will check before we talk more with you, because otherwise that's going to be a real shame if you're talking and you're not able to be heard too well. But for now, I'll just give a little recap of what we're going to talk about whilst we sort out those microphones. So we're going to be looking at the Plesiosaurus and having a talk about marine reptiles and the animations. And then we're also going to be having a look at the Velociraptor. So I've heard that quite a few of you are a fan of Velociraptors. And man, when they stand on top of those fences is pretty cool. So we're going to have a look through all that kind of stuff. I think we've done a little bit more on the mics, so we'll flip back. We could give it a go. Say, I'm Amy, I'm amazing.
I'm Amy and I'm almost amazing. I don't know
Well,
if I go that
We're
far.
going to go for amazing. There we go. And chat, thank you very much. Please do let us know if it continues to be very, very quiet, and we'll continue to make adjustments.
I can try and talk louder if it helps.
Talk louder. We can go for talking louder. So, Plesiosaurus. Let's
Yes.
start there. Is there anything specific that you want to start with at all? Like talking about maybe the references for animating them, because it's extinct.
Yeah, Plesiosaurus is she's quite small. And I remember her being a bit of a surprise to everyone. I wanted to think she was going to be Mosasaurus size. And then she appeared and she's this small, almost turtle-like creature. I say small, I mean
I mean,
she's
small relatively.
relatively small. Yeah, so we looked at a lot of, we did look at sea turtles and other mammals with flippers and such for the Plesiosaurus, but we ended up looking at a lot of papers about how paleontologists think they swum. I remember Bjorn coming to me with a big paper about how they would have used their flippers and stuff at one point. And there was even a video on YouTube we all observed that had robots swimming like Plesiosaurus and had these really interesting, they have these strange, like every time they've moved their flippers, for instance, it creates a little eddy, and then the flipper on the back will pick it up, and it helps to add extra drive to them.
It sounds kind of cute as well, just sort of
Yeah.
creating that energy and picking it up and propelling it further. It's pretty fascinating the amount of study that people can do on what these reptiles how they used to behave.
Yeah.
Because you can imagine the amount of research papers that you have to go through is huge.
Yeah, it was a pretty amazing thing that Bjorn did.
And what would you say is or has been one of your favorite things about animating the marine reptiles aside from the research?
I keep goldfish, so I really love like little aquatic things. I think they're adorable. And I remember when we were first given this Mosasaurus to animate, it was kind of mind-boggling because from the first game, all we had were these massive land dinosaurs that would just walk around with these big tails that would just sort of basically balance the dinosaur and help to react to basically what it was doing. But the Mosasaurus specifically, it was like the opposite. You had to animate the tail driving the motion.
Right.
So that was really quite a tricky thing for me personally. I remember the first animation I did was I think it was the shark feeder animation. And I remember looking at a lot of sharks.
A lot of sharks.
A lot of sharks and shark attacks and such. Of course with the film as well.
Yeah.
Use a lot of the film reference for that particular thing.
Particularly great reference, not to like spoil the film or anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I think most people here will probably have seen the film by now, so we're good. There's like the statute of limitations for spoilers is probably gone, I would say. I think another nice thing with the Plesiosaurus is like the really long neck is just that very different look compared to some of the others. So, like the Mosasaurus is a very different approach, I imagine, to getting that to, well, swim properly, right?
Yeah. Because we've got this lovely mechanic in the game that helps to flex our reptiles towards the path they're going to, and the day I fine-tuned that, and you have this Plesiosaurus just slowly tilting through the water and gliding and leading with the neck and everything. That was an interesting challenge for sure. Trying to animate with this neck leading the entire motion. It's pretty cool.
It is really cool. Sorry, I meant to sit here and queue up a question, but I'm just like, tell me more. Just keep talking. I just want to know everything that's happening.
Yeah, they're great. Of course, it was fun getting it to be eaten as well.
I mean, but they're so cute.
They are cute.
They're
They're
so
fun
cute.
to eat, right?
I mean, that's true. Cute things, I guess. Like, this one definitely doesn't care. So, yeah, that's fair enough. I think another nice part for the marine reptiles is the viewing galleries. So, what is your feelings on that? Do you reckon that's something that you would want to get into to be able to see them or to be seen by them?
Heck yeah!
Who's being viewed?
You wanna, like, if they were real and you went into this viewing gallery and you saw this Mosasaurus swim past, you'd be able to get a real amazing sense of scale. It'd be like imagine it'd be like seeing a blue whale in the flesh.
I mean, that would be amazing.
I've never seen one in the flesh.
No, I've never seen one
That
either.
would be absolutely amazing.
I mean, I'd love to. It would be. I get it. I get the appeal of a dinosaur park. I mean, that's a big surprise, but it would be pretty incredible. And you wouldn't be nervous at all about going a little bit underwater and being in that sort of, the seats go down.
Maybe a little, I suppose. It might be quite intimidating if you get lowered and you see this humongous beastie staring at you with his big eye.
Just staring right back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you can make a little bit of a connection between them. Yeah. Get to know the Mosasaurus, get to know the Plesiosaurus. Well, we've talked about the water. We've talked about the different approaches of animating for something that is swimming rather than on land to make a massive difference, of course.
Massive.
Massive difference, but an incredibly fun opportunity to do that as well.
Oh yeah, it was amazing. It was daunting to begin with, but now I love animating these aquatics. They're so much fun because you animate them so differently.
Yeah.
I find.
Well, I
Like
mean,
a
we
whole
just
new
talked about
workflow.
exactly that. Like, there's a difference between the way that they're balanced, there's a difference in the way that the different, well, reptiles swim through the water, between having the neck leading it and being propelled. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of things there that you can consider for animating them. But we do have, of course, one of the favorites, which is the Velociraptor.
Yeah.
So I think we should take a little bit of time to talk about that one. So let's, we can pop that in the background, I think, with the species field guide. There we go. So this has been one of the more iconic, I think, dinosaurs in the game. Everybody knows them. I mean, those teeth, that look, the playfulness. I remember when we released this actually, and people really enjoyed when they fall over and they miss and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We're just busy watching the species field guide again. Don't mind us. We'll be
Getting
fine.
fully immersed again, yeah.
Yeah, that's how we do it here.
Well, raptors are in basically every film, aren't they, I think? I think they're in every
Ooh.
film.
Yes, I'm gonna say yes. I've got a really enthusiastic Jens nodding at me from off camera to confirm that yes, every film. Because I
Every
mean,
film.
I was willing to just say yes and be pretty like 95% confident, but we got there. And the Velociraptors again, despite that, of course, we have got a lot of experience with animating dinosaurs on land. I think for Jurassic World Evolution 2, we've got a lot of new things in there, and we've taken a lot of different approaches, and we've revisited all of this. So one of those key parts being dynamic hunting.
Yes.
So would you like to share a bit about that with everyone at home? What was it like working on that and with all the animations? I think as well, just to mention, we did have Andrew Scott on a previous stream, and he's one of the people who was hugely involved in this. So shout out to Scotty for all of the hard work and that, and of course the rest of the team. But yes, so if you could tell us a bit more about that, that would be amazing.
Yeah, with the dynamic pack hunting where they leap up on other dinosaurs. It was so much fun to do. I mean, I remember back when we started prototyping this system, and I was like, I'm gonna get the Parasaurolophus to not die instantly. I'm gonna do it, and it's like,
Yes.
it's finally getting it just to buck raptors off. And then when we managed to get them to sync up and do kicks as well, that was proper fun. I mean, there's a whole bunch of these that happen on various dinosaurs. I mean, your raptors can take some punishment now
Yeah.
from various dinosaurs.
You can take some punishment.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that was really fun.
Fantastic. And we talked actually a little bit about where would you find references for the marine reptiles. But what would you look towards for a Velociraptor?
For Velociraptors, we used the films primarily. We looked at an awful lot of shots from various films
There's
and
a lot
picked
of
out all the
material.
character moments because they're really characterful characters. Characterful characters.
They are characterful characters.
Characterful characters. Yes.
Rich characters.
That's a better way of putting it.
It's all right, I got you back.
My brain.
They
is
are
just
very
not working.
characterful characters though.
Yeah, they are. So we pick out a lot of those moments where they show off a little bit of that feisty personality, and we
Yeah.
try and like thread that through everything that they do in the game. So even though you've got them like play fighting, it's not like cozy, cuddly, cute play fighting. It's like they're kind of going for each other, right?
They're going for
they're
it.
not the friendliest things.
This
in the
isn't
world.
your brother and sister play fighting kind of
Yeah.
thing. This is a lot more aggressive.
Yeah, and you can expect to see a lot more of that kind of behaviour in all the other things that they would do with one another and with various other unfortunate dinosaurs.
Unfortunate dinosaurs. Well, we of course have that slightly more aggressive side, and there's of course the hunting. But just like all of us, there's a softer side, I think, to the Velociraptors. They can get along with each other occasionally.
Yeah, they'll get along.
You're like,
Yeah, kind of, maybe,
Kind
kind of get along, yeah. I mean, they do follow one another's commands and they'll stick together and they'll back each other up in fights and such, but, well, like the pack hunting fights and such.
yeah, of course.
That's what they do, right? They are a pack. They stick
They
together.
are a pack. I imagine there's some things they do in their off time where, you know, they're chilling.
Yeah.
They're not going to be quite the dinosaurs to do maybe yoga or anything like that. But
No,
there's
no.
a certain amount of animation that goes into when they're having those social interactions or when they're just simply chilling and stuff like that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah. If you look at a lot of things like, for real world reference, biggest thing we looked at were cassowaries. I remember cassowaries
Cassowaries.
getting shared a lot.
I love
Those
cassowaries.
Giant Australian birds,
Yeah.
massive claws,
They're
proper terrifying.
terrifying. I was going to say they're huge and terrifying, but they're also amazing to look at.
Yeah,
and it's
so that's
one
where
of
you
those
get like your
incredible
sense of weight and power is by looking at these cassowaries. That was really good.
ones. So that helps you with figuring out how you'll translate that to a slightly less available reference material.
Yes, indeed.
That's incredible. There's one part online the community have been loving with the Velociraptors, which is their potential to escape.
Yes.
So there has been, of course, being able to see them running and jumping up and going over fences. So naturally, if you have an unelectrified fence and you haven't put enough security in place, this can happen. And I imagine that was a very fun one to work on as well, and to figure out how that animation was going to work, right?
Yeah, because you have to work out how the fences are. You have to make sure they climb up the fence and they don't clip through the fence. And there's like you have to climb, like work on all the different fences that they can climb. And there was a lot to consider when we animated that.
I think not sure if we've got an image we can show of the. Nope, then we're going to continue on. But yes, having them climbing on the fences has been pretty incredible, and I think that's going to be a really nice challenge for everybody to deal with once we get into playing the game as well on November 9th.
Yeah.
So, out of everything that you've been working on for Jurassic World Evolution 2, what would you say has been your absolute favourite thing that isn't the goats with the Dimorphodon?
Oh my gosh. That is a tough question. I really loved doing the social interactions. The new social interactions were amazing. I mean, we've never really had anything like it in the first game. The dinosaurs were always trying to kill each other. So it's really nice to be able to animate something where they're not trying to kill each other and where they're maybe getting on or doing an interesting behaviour. Like, I think the T-Rex social interaction is a soft spot for me. That was really fun.
The T-Rex one?
Yeah.
So why was that one a soft spot? I mean, I love it from seeing it, but...
That one, it was the first one I did.
Oh, really?
It was the first social interaction that I animated, and I remember being told, don't make them too cute, don't make them fight each other.
Well,
So
you've got to find that middle ground.
it was a tough balance to find the middle ground. I watched loads of videos of dogs play fighting and all that kind of stuff, and I tried to like you had to go for this really it's kind of like roughhousing is what they do in the end.
Roughhousing.
Yeah, kind of like bite each other, and then they just obviously they're playing because they kind of stop and chill halfway through, and they're like.
I mean, it's playing after all. Like, you don't have to go through and just like finish the job.
Yeah, it was really nice to be able to do that. Because that's like I said, it's not something we've ever really done, and it was really nice to see the community reaction to that. That
Community
was
reaction was fantastic to that.
Yeah.
Like, I think me and Jens were just there, sort of fawning over it again and just like melting a little bit, reading all of these different reactions to people, seeing how our different dinosaurs have those social moments together, not just on the T-Rex either.
Yeah, there are plenty of them.
There's
There's plenty of social interactions.
Plenty of them in there. Is there one, maybe to finish up, is there one more, excuse me, Spilly999 from YouTube saying, come on, Mosasaur, destroy the glass. Our Mosasaur behaves, and it will not be destroying the glass because it likes us, I think. Just got to address those comments. Got to nip it in the bud, right? But before we move on to the next part, and everyone's talking about gameplay. I can see in the chat. We will be getting on to the gameplay very soon. But so just hold on a little bit longer, and we'll get there. Patience is a virtue, right? So to wrap up on our little segment here. Would there be any one other social interaction that you particularly loved outside of the T-Rex?
Well, I did specifically.
You can't call the Dimorphodon a social interaction.
I didn't do that one anyway. That was Jean. It's lovely. So it's like interactions with them. No, I'm trying to think. I think I had great fun animating. I think it was the Myosaura doing a social interaction. I don't think it's been shown yet.
Well, in November 9th,
yeah,
we'll be getting onto that kind of stuff.
I remember animating that, and I had a blast. It was really fun to animate.
Fantastic. Cool. Well, thank you very much for joining us for the stream today. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. about all of it.
Yeah,
I do just
it's
sit here
great.
going, tell me more, tell me more, tell me more.
I could talk forever about it if I could.
I mean, we kind of do, just like in general. It's like, should we work or should we talk about Jurassic World Evolution 2 animations and everything else? Because
yeah, it's been great.
it's just what we like to do around the office when we are here, to be honest. But for now, we are going to say thank you very much to Amy for joining us. We're going to show you another trailer very quickly while we swap out for our next guest. And then the next part after this trailer, don't go away, because we are going to be starting up, I believe, having a look at some gameplay. So we'll be right back.
All right. I don't want to talk too loudly because you might have your volume turned all the way up because they're a little bit quiet. I hope you guys can hear me. So they're showing the trailer again, and after this we're getting pretty close to the gameplay, so thank you for your patience. I want to thank everyone for doing super chats in the meantime and also commenting. I've been having way too much fun in the chat, so I feel like I'm only getting half of what the stream actually is saying, so I'm gonna have to be rewatching that. Am I louder than normal? That might be just the difference between me and them, because my settings are the same. They are very quiet. Yeah, that's kind of a difficult thing about their streams. Arthromod says, literally haven't heard a single word they've said. They're so quiet. That's pretty bad. All right, I'm gonna mute my mic again, and we're gonna get back into this. And I really hope not much more talking left until they're gonna do gameplay. Somebody did indeed say gameplay. We're getting ready. As far as I've been able to discern, Crowdy, no new species. People got really excited about the Maiasaura. We've known that for a couple of weeks, actually. All right, is this trailer almost over? I think it's almost over. All right, I'm gonna mute myself again, and we'll jump back in with what Frontier has to say.
Welcome back. It's cut just after I was singing pre-order for the end of the trailer, so that was pretty convenient for me, I've got to say. So, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the pre-order trailer. For those of you who have just joined us, my name is Tim. I am the community lead working on Jurassic World Evolution 2, and we're currently right in the middle of our monthly highlights stream, and this one, of course, being for October. But I have got another guest with me, and we're going to be looking at the gameplay very, very soon on an Xbox Series X, and it will be a level from Chaos Theory. So let's introduce our next guest. We have the one, the only, Adam Woods.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Adam.
I was wondering how you're going to introduce me after the first two. I was like, hello, he's gone quite strong with the first two.
I mean,
where did you go with me?
You landed it pretty well.
Yeah, I think you've done well. You've done well, yeah.
So how are you doing today?
I'm doing incredibly well, thanks, Tim. Yeah, it's really good. Obviously, I think there's something coming out in just over a week's time.
Yeah.
So a massive bag of emotions currently.
Absolutely.
99% excitement. A little bit of anxiety, just because, you know,
really
releasing my babies like these is always an anxious time. So it's quite an exciting time at the moment.
Fantastic. And for, I think a lot of people on the stream probably know you by now. We've had you on a few of these. You've been in the Dev Diaries.
Yeah,
but for those who are new to the stream, would you mind telling the audience at home what your job is in Jurassic World Evolution 2 team and a little bit of what that involves?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm an executive producer here at Frontier. I've been here now almost 15 years. This has been my sole game development studio. My job is very high level, is basically working with the game director, in this case the lovely Rich Newbold, who may or may not be in the chat, and working with him. He has the vision of the game, and I'm the how are we going to do it? What does the roadmap look like? How do we actually get this incredible thought and idea of a game?
How do we make it happen?
How do we actually make it happen? How do I allow the team to make it happen as well? Because, you know, I'm not the one that makes it. I get that a lot. Oh, so you make games, do you? No.
I mean,
I haven't got time to explain it to you, really.
so I think.
But yeah, basically, it's kind of enabling the team, making sure they know how we get from, a thought, an idea, all the way through to where we are now, which is release.
Well, I mean, it's also a huge task. You're kind of, as you said, Rich as the game director, he has the vision, and then you're right-hand man.
Exactly.
Right
He's the kind of the what, and I'm the how as such.
Absolutely.
Yeah, how are we going to do it? And then, sort of day to day, it's working with the production team and the leads and the everyone else in the team to make sure they can do the things they need to do. As you've seen from the videos and the gameplay footage that we've already seen, it's incredible, it's amazing, and it's all down to the expertise and the skills of the team. So I have to make sure they can apply that expertise and skills and, and get their job done.
Yeah.
So that's kind of it.
There's just kind
I
of.
drink coffee as well.
And
I buy donuts. That's normally one of my
true.
jobs is buy donuts.
Coffee,
and then I eat them as well.
That's what we like here.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of hellos in the chats.
Hello, everyone.
They say hi to you, and there's also a lot of hellos for Rich in the chat, from the chat.
Yeah.
So that's always a nice one too. So what would you say is the thing that you're most looking forward to people getting their hands on November 9th?
In terms of kind of like the game modes, I'm really excited about the Chaos Theory stuff, the Chaos Theory levels. I think everyone's going to have a lot of fun with them. So yeah, that. The campaign and the narrative behind the campaign is very interesting.
Yes.
Not going to say too much about that in case I'm
well,
not supposed to.
You're going to be able to discover that in about a week and a half.
In about a week. Perhaps in November 9th, I don't know.
I can't remember if we've said it.
I'm the how, but I can't remember my release
Pretty
date.
sure we said November 9th.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
we got
November
it.
9th.
November 9th.
November 9th.
Tuesday.
Yeah, it's Tuesday.
November 9th.
Yeah, and I think tying in with what Amy was talking about before, I'm fascinated by the social interactions and the I think I've said it before, but the kind of the next level of realism that we've added to these dinosaurs in the fact that they're animals and not, creatures or whatever, those social interactions and stuff, and particularly that T-Rex one. That is absolutely my favourite one, because when you see them line up and you're like, oh, hello, they're going to go.
Trouble.
And then they just have this lovely little moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite incredible. So I think Chaos Theory and seeing people just watching their animals in the parks, I think is going to be the two things for me.
All of their, I can't believe that's how they behave. It's amazing.
Yeah. I get lost in it. I'm supposed to, obviously, as part of development, you play the game in a certain way. You don't play the game kind of like a finished game. But sometimes I'll just sit there and go, oh, hang on, I'm not supposed to be looking at the Amargasaurus or Plesiosaurus or whatever. I'm actually supposed to be looking at a thing.
Yeah.
But I end up just kind of, moving around it and watching it. Yeah. Watching the dinosaurs move.
I can completely relate. And in the office, when yourself or Rich or many others on the team are working on what they're working on, and I'll come down to ask a question because somebody's asked me something hyper-specific, and I'm like, all right, I guess I'll walk on some stairs for you, and we'll go up and down the stairs, and we'll find those answers out right now, but I'll get stuck down there, because I'll sit there on that floor, and I'll just be like, that's pretty cool.
Look at that. That's really
This is cool. Hey Dan, can you show me that again?
Yeah.
And this is Orchin. I want to see that part. Like, show me the dinosaurs.
That's one of the most exciting things about developing a game, is seeing those things coming online as you go through the weeks and months. You see a little check-in, and it's the thing you've been looking after, and you're like, oh, okay, I'll grab latest, and you update, and then it's there, and you can interact with it, be it an audio, one of the cinematics, or an animation, or part of the mechanics coming through, the scientists and things. It's it's lovely seeing it all coming online and then ultimately getting released. November 9th, I hear.
It's November 9th?
I believe so.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just...
You can pre-order it now as well.
Right now?
Right now.
See?
I mean, no, not right
Adam
now.
knows. Right.
Stay with the stream. Go
Stay with the stream.
Go do it after.
Enjoy your time with us here in the community. Then after that, go pre-order. Or if you've got two monitors.
Or do 2 tabs.
2 monitors or 2
That's
tabs,
it,
that's what it's for.
Yeah.
One is for watching us.
One is
Second one is for pre-ordering the game.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're going to be playing a bit of Chaos Theory today.
We are, yeah.
So we just touched on that. But Chaos Theory, if you'd like to give a little bit more of the overview of what is Chaos Theory.
Yeah, so what we've done is looked at the 5 films that are out, Jurassic Park 1, 2 and 3, not to give their actual names because it's The Lost World and Jurassic Park 3, then Jurassic World and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. And we've tried to look at a what-if scenario. So, for example, what if Jurassic Park, what if you could actually build Jurassic Park and open it successfully? The film never managed to open the park, even. It was quite established, but they never actually managed to open the gates to the guests. Spoilers, I won't, even though it was 1993, I'm sure everyone's seen it. But, you know, I won't give off too many more spoilers. So for example, in the Jurassic Park one, it's, you know, you're tasked with building the park and then being able to successfully actually open it and run it. And that's what we've looked at in the other ones. I think in the trailer you see a sneak peek of the San Diego amphitheater.
That's right. I think for those who have been following the other content as well, there's a little bit between one of our good friends called Jeff and another one of our good friends called Jesse.
Yeah, Jeff. Just Jeff.
Just Jeff.
You know,
I mean,
that's what we call him these days.
I call you Adam.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I could go around using...
We are the same caliber.
You're the same caliber to me. So our good friends Jeff and Jesse actually did play a bit of one of those levels.
I watched the short version and I was in tears with laughter at certain points.
Good.
I thought it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
I was watching in the background while they were doing that, filming that. Yeah. It was just like...
Brilliant.
I was watching in the background while they were doing that, filming that.
Yeah.
It was just like... Yes.
They're talking about this dream of opening San Diego. It's Peter Ludlow, I think the character is. He's working with the board of directors. It's all, you know, trying to open up Jurassic Park in San Diego. No spoilers, but it's a spoiler because I'm about to say that in the what-if scenario, you do try to build it. So that one might spoil the film for you.
It might. I'm just going to check. There's chat saying that we've got some issues, so we'll wait.
Might be too loud again.
Not being too loud. It's not audio issues.
Not loud enough.
Well, just maybe whether it's having a little bit of lag time. Tell you what, while Jens figures this out in the background, looking like we're probably good. If people would refresh the streams, saying there's a lot of lag, we're just going to continue.
Yeah.
And
why
Jens,
not just push
flail
on through?
At me if there's anything wrong, and we'll go like that. Awesome. Happy flailing in the background rather than dramatic flailing. Admittedly, we like a bit of drama, but I digress. So today,
life finds a way.
Life does find a way. Live stream finds a way as well.
Well, there it is.
There
you go.
It is. There he is. We call that one a Rich Newbold special.
That's it. That's for him. That's for you, Rich.
For today, which level are we going to play?
Well, Jurassic Park was the very first film I ever saw in the cinema. So I think for me it makes sense to play the Jurassic Park Chaos Theory.
Okay.
So we're going to jump on in and see how far I can get through building Jurassic Park.
Amazing.
Basically.
So for those of you who are at home, this is a level we haven't shown anything from just yet. So we're loading in here at the very beginning of the level. So Jurassic Park. For anyone who has questions, I'm going to be keeping a little bit closer of an eye on the chat from now on, because naturally we're going to be playing the game. Adam and I are going to be chatting about what's going on as well. But if you do have any questions as we go, please let me know. I will try to catch them. There are, a couple thousand of you talking at the same time, but I'll do my best. So, should we crack on?
Yeah. So we are at the start of the level, clearly, as you can see. John is giving us a briefing. He's trying to get us up to speed on what he wants us to do. So this is in sequence. This is the first kind of Chaos Theory level, obviously in sort of order of the films. And this has got a certain amount of tutorial elements as well. The main sort of tutorial was within the campaign, so on November 9th. When you play it, do have a look at
Can
the
we
campaign.
just get that date one more time?
Tuesday, November 9th, 2021.
Okay,
I did put the year, because it might have been next year as well.
2021. I think, I mean, if we could get in chat, if you could all write November 9th, just so that we know that you've got it,
Yeah.
that would be amazing. But we'll continue with the game.
Yeah, so, yeah, in the campaign, it's kind of a bit more of the full-on tutorial, but we also tried to sort of lead
Add
the
those
player a little
elements,
bit
just
into
in
the early
case.
parts of the Chaos series as well. So there's quite a bit of talking at the beginning here. We've got a new character for Jurassic World Evolution 2, Lily Halford. She's going to be helping you through this as well. A couple of objectives we need to do. First of all, the classic and iconic visitor centre needs to go down, and we also need a science centre ready for our research and all those other good stuff that we can get done. So let's put the visitor centre down at first. We've also got some areas defined to kind of guide the player into a good
just
layout.
for the initial, when you're starting up with playing, you can jump straight in. So why not have a little bit of help?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
While that's building, let's get the science centre down as well.
A lot of love to everybody watching, because I'm just watching my chat reel with November 9th over and over again.
Actually,
So
let's turn it that way.
that's fantastic. You definitely got it down. And you know when the game's going to come out and when you can pre-order for. So we've placed down the visitor centre and the science centre.
Yep, they're both under construction. But we've got this little sign here. It's not connected to a path. Every building, well, not
We
every
need some
building
paths.
actually. Most buildings need to be connected to the main path network system, which normally which will run from your arrival point. So you have to have an arrival point, and then instead of all paths lead to Rome, all paths lead to arrival centres.
All paths lead to the arrival centre.
There you go. Thank you very much. I bet you never thought you'd be on a stream where that quote got put in. I shoehorned that in, didn't I?
I mean,
right, let's get to the paths.
I've done streams with you before.
That's true. Yeah, that's very true. Right, so unlike what we did to Rich on the last one, I don't want people marking my park layout on this.
Okay.
So
well, we're not
if
going to
we
ask
can
for
just be
grading today.
nice to me, please, because also I'm not used to pads. I normally play mouse keyboard.
I mean, that makes
because
sense,
because
course,
of working on
working
a
on
PC.
the development.
Yeah.
For those of you asking in the chat, we are playing on an Xbox Series X today. So we've got that set up in the studio here. Especially, we wanted to show you a little bit of gameplay on one of the consoles. We just kind of flipped a coin, and we've got an Xbox Series X. So hence, that's why you can see the button prompts and why we're playing on a gamepad.
Let's connect the other side up as well.
And for those asking which Chaos Theory level we're playing, this is Jurassic Park.
Set in the incredible tropical environment, as you can see here.
Yes. So Ethan Bates saying, I need me an Xbox Series X. I'm assuming...
It is my console of choice this generation round. All other consoles are available and are as good.
I have them all.
But I am an Xbox guy.
I go for all
this
of
time.
I use all of them consistently.
I would have a PlayStation. Right. What else have we got to do? I need to research the following building, the hatchery.
Let's go for a
where
hatchery.
life found its way.
Life did find a way at the hatchery.
So we go to the
Technically,
research
that's
screen.
true. That's true. Technically, that's true.
We look at infrastructure, and we have the. No, it's not under there, is it?
Hatchery would be over there,
No,
right?
dinosaur creation, and it's that one there.
When I
Because
said
it's
over
Ken
there,
as
I
well.
didn't point. I just
No, you didn't,
thought
no.
about it and hoped you'd understand.
Yeah.
We're
Very,
just-
very clever. Well done.
We're that close.
And what you're seeing here as well, that's it's surrounded by the green elements of that's because it's a pinned item.
Yes.
In the tech tree, you can pin things, and it will tell you when you're back in the main area of the game what you need to achieve that. So you can kind of when you're playing a challenge or something like that, and you've got a long-term goal in mind, you can pin the thing you want to research and then know sort of what you're working towards. Right, I need to assign my scientists to this research task.
Who are we going to pick for this?
So we can see the skill level we need at the bottom right. I don't know this person's first name, Brazier. It's very weird. My next door neighbours growing up were Braziers, spelt exactly the same.
I think this is
the only
probably
two
them.
times I've ever known that surname in this world,
Okay.
or in my life. So that's
Well,
freaky.
there they are.
Colin and Ashley, they are.
We can always
right, so that
check
task is
You
now.
can always check the bio out if you want to check for more information. See if they did grow
I've
up
got a
next to
park
you.
to build. I can't
Well,
be
I
worrying
mean,
about
maybe they're your
people's
neighbours.
bios.
I don't know. It would be nice to say hi and catch up. It's up to you.
So you can see now, bottom right-hand corner, we've got that pinned node. It's
Showing
counting
what's
up the
going on.
research, and we've also got the task at the top as well, which is counting down for
Fantastic.
showing that as well.
Just to answer another question I saw in the chat. I didn't catch who asked, but Jurassic World Evolution 2 will be available to play on an Xbox One or a PS4 as well. But we are simply showing you on an Xbox Series X today.
All available on November 9th.
It is November 9th. The chat's got that one down.
Right, okay.
I had hundreds of messages saying November 9th, so we definitely got that one down.
Excuse me. So we've now unlocked our hatchery. The UI is flashing at us, telling us it's under the enclosures section, and we can see now available our Jurassic Park era hatchery. And again, we're giving the player a little not a suggestion, a place, an objective to place it within this blue zone here. So pop it in there. Then it, of course, attaches itself to the fence so that we have a nice, I can't say watertight anymore because we actually have marine reptiles. So
Yeah.
we have a fence-tight enclosure. Again, we need to make sure it's connected to the path, so we'll do that while it's finishing its construction.
Where will that path lead to?
Rome and or the arrival centre, depending on if you're a Roman
Good to know.
path road builder. I don't know what their names are. Fun fact, I lived on a Roman road in my home village.
On a Roman road.
Yep. There you go.
There you have
An
it.
old Roman road.
There it is.
There you go. I don't know what else to say. Let's
Old
talk about the
Roman
help
road.
screens for a second.
We can talk about the help
at
screen for a
various
second.
points, we show up these help screens again just to give the player a little extra information about what we're about to do. So here we're going to be talking about synthesizing eggs and then incubating those eggs. The new two-stage process in creating dinosaurs and reptiles in the game.
I think one of my favourite parts is that you can do multiple at once when you do the synthesis and then the releases.
Yes, so now we have egg clutches. So you synthesize, and then based on various variables, you know, how much genome information you've got, any traits that you're going to add to those eggs, you can increase the viability of eggs and how many they're going to come, down to species size as well. You know, smaller dinos may have bigger clutches because that tends to be what nature does.
Of course.
T-Rex, you probably don't get more, you know, you probably don't release 10 of them at once.
I mean, then you're not going to have a great time, I think.
And of course you can release them through airlift now as well, not just out into that enclosure. So you can just have one hatchery, but loads of enclosures around and just transport them around
several locations.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is hugely helpful for being able to actually manage your park.
Yeah, it helps economy. You know, you're not having to. These aren't cheap. They're very expensive buildings. You know, so it helps you if you're balancing those numbers for the bean counters at the top carefully. Then you may want to be a bit more economical with your money. I've got 20 million, so I'm just, you know, I'm buying everyone Ferrari. I'm not buying Ferraris. Right.
You're not buying
We've got to
Ferraris. This
synthesize-
money is for building a dinosaur park ads.
And no less than a Velociraptor as well. That synergy of this. Right, let's get the raptors going.
Chef's kiss.
So let's. Oh no, what I was doing was connected the path, but I did that because I was talking about Rome.
Yeah.
So now let's.
So we finished talking about Rome, and now we're
empty
going to look
hatchery.
at making Velociraptors.
So we've got an okay amount of genome information here. We've got 55%. That's enough normally to synthesize. We're going to go with Brazier again just because of that weird thing. I can also add more scientists.
Just click in the right stick.
Yeah.
Let's check it. Let's check. So
career-minded Arush has been promoted twice since joining the team.
Okay.
Arush studied at Cambridge, classic, completing a PhD in sedimentary geology.
Okay.
Arush began working a few months ago, having previously been a lecturer.
Does that sound like your neighbour?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
It's
I
not
think
your
they
neighbour
drive
then.
lorries now,
Cool.
so
Well,
it's quite
then
different.
I
I
mean,
don't think
that
they
is
cared about geology.
Maybe not, but now we know.
No.
I mean, I think everybody likes geology. After all, geology rocks.
Hey! It keeps me very grounded.
Yeah. It's down to
Right.
earth.
So
play.
I can add more than certain tasks. This is certain tasks have the
Yep.
ability to apply more than one scientist.
Yes.
And if you add more scientists, overall the time to complete that task will come down. But you also have traits that each scientist can have. For example, here we've got faster incubation, which will give me another bonus. So it's good to try and have a good breadth of scientists on board and employed, and then also make sure that they're utilised properly when you're doing your task. So we're going to try and do some incubation here, so I'm going to do that.
Let's
I've
do
also
it.
got a faster synthesis. Brazier, Arush can do fast synthesis, so
Which is
going to add them in.
incredibly helpful
And you
for
can
this part
see
here.
the excess skill is giving me a 41% decrease on time. So this is
Oh, yeah,
actually going
I
to
see
whip
that.
through real quick now.
Cool. Well, let's do it. Let's get those Velociraptors.
Of course, you need to balance it. I'm adding more workload to more people, so I need to make sure I've got a staff centre so I can look after my
Yes.
staff, give them a rest when needed, maybe train them when I need them as well. So, you know, you've got
It's
to
important
balance it and
stuff.
make sure it's okay. So we're synthesizing the first batch. Ah, but it failed.
It failed.
Failed.
Okay, let's try again. I
Okay.
guess we'll try again.
No, it's expected. This is a part of it.
Let's try again.
What
We're
you may be hearing,
devastated.
I think, is that Dr. Wu is now introducing research into other technologies that you can have. So
Yeah.
increasing the success rate of incubation, for example.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll discard those eggs. But now I need to research improved synthesis. So that helps the technology in the lab in the hatchery to hopefully do that better. So
let's do it. Let's head
if I
over and get
remember
some research
rightly,
running.
We are now looking at
It's going to be in there, right?
creation.
He said again without pointing or
Yeah.
giving any indication of
Again,
what
we've
was
already
being
pinned
referred.
it, so the game, you will be able to pin your own things
Yeah.
that you want to, your own item that you want to see, but we as developers can choose when we want to pin things as well. So let's assign our scientists here.
I think we can give Brazier a little
I
bit
think
of a
so.
rest,
We can
right?
see, yeah, their bars building up a little bit. That we have used them a couple of times now.
There,
So we'll just we'll use another couple of people down here. But I'm also so here I can only add 2 scientists. So
Okay.
different tasks have different slot sizes. But I'll still apply 2 just so we get through
You
that
speed
a
this
little
up.
bit quicker. Yeah, exactly.
We're going to get our Velociraptors out there.
We will get. Oh yeah. I'm confident. It's almost like I know what is coming next in the objectives.
Well, I don't want to say that you've done this before, so I won't.
Right. So how far? We're about over just over halfway through now. We've already got an enclosure built, as we said before. All the fences are ready to go.
We had a question over in YouTube asking, can the Velociraptors climb fences? So,
Yes, they can. If
yep.
if it isn't powered, so if it's not an
Yep.
electric fence, they will, and they're uncomfortable. They'll try to break out. But why would you want them to?
You don't want them
You got to. That's not.
That's
That's
not
not.
very
That's not a
nice.
very well managed park.
That means that you've done something wrong in your park management if your dinosaurs feel the need to escape.
No. So another set of help screens there, just going through
Yep.
that synthesis process again. Now we've got the improved and a bit more better technology. Let's give it another try, shall we? So Velociraptors. I am going to use Brazier,
Okay.
just because I want. But I'm not going to do the incubation. We'll save
It's the right
Birdo
scientist
for the next
job, after all.
for the next section, because he's incubation. We're not doing that stage yet. We're doing the synthesis.
So we'll go ahead with the
So let's do that.
synthesis, and we'll see. We'll see if we do a little bit better this time.
I reckon we will. Let's watch it. So we've got 10. You can see when you select the hatchery again, all in real time. You can see how long you've got to wait for the various stages. We're synthesizing the eggs at this point.
Yeah.
It now completes. They're now ready for incubation. It was viable this time, so that was good.
Well, that's a relief.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially because if that hadn't happened, I would be worrying about why it hadn't happened, because it should have happened.
I mean, it did happen.
We have 3 viable eggs out of a batch of 6.
Okay.
So we tried to synthesize 6. Fortunately, only 3 made the next process. So we go to select the eggs. We can select the 3.
Perfect. So there's a few
We can see
traits
we've got
there,
some traits
yeah.
building up here as well. Again, all certain research tasks and things can open up more traits for
A little
for
bit
your various
more,
species.
Genetic manipulation.
So
there.
let's use Birdo for this time. because he
Photo
has
can
got
do
the
the job
first
well
title
here.
faster.
Have we got another?
And I'm going to add
How many
O'Neill.
more can we add? I was going to say maybe O'Neill's been
I
not
think
been utilised quite as
Childs.
much.
Let's do Childs, because
Alright.
then we're getting it down to a minute for incubation, which
That's
that'll
pretty good.
flash by.
We'll go with that. We'll go
Yeah.
with that.
Oh, look at this. So we've got a backup generator here. That's our only source of power in the park. And as I think Jim was saying before, you do have to keep an eye on these. So you can see this icon's appeared, which means the fuel, because the backup generator is not.
It's not meant to be what you run your entire
No,
park on.
I need to keep on top of it. It's telling me that it's about to run out. So we'll select it. Again, some more help screens just to tell the players about this new mechanic in the game, and we'll resupply it. And
Brilliant.
I'm going to be bullish, and I'm going to fill it all up.
Oh, bold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've still got 18 mil. We're fine, he
It's just
says.
a cool, casual.
Scratch record. 20 minutes in the future, I've run out of money, and I'm trying
probably
to
wondering
figure
what
out how
happened
to. Right. So we're about 3/4 of the way through that incubation, I think. Let's have a quick look at it. Yeah, only 10 seconds to go, so we'll wait for this to open up, and then we'll show you the multiple release
Yep, let's do it.
at once.
So we're going to have 3 Velociraptors.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yep.
What do you reckon while we're waiting? I guess we could think of names for our new Velociraptors. Could
Jeff.
be Jeff?
Yeah.
Jesse,
Jeff, Jesse,
and Jens.
Jens.
There
There
we
you
go.
go. The 3 J's.
We get 3 J's.
Three
That's what we're going to
Js.
go for here.
Jeff.
Jeff, Jesse, and Jens.
So we've got
The
our 3.
Velociraptor
We've got
pack.
Jess. I've lost it already. I just said the name.
Jeff,
Jesse, Jeff,
Jesse,
and Jens.
Jens. Although Jens, Jeff, Jesse, Jens.
There you go.
There you go.
We've got those 3 ready to come out.
Fantastic.
As I said before, we could release it through airlift, but we don't want to. We're going to release it out into this enclosure.
Well, we'll release them
So-
straight out into the enclosure here. So here they come, the J team,
The
as
J team.
Commander Keevil has said in YouTube. Oh, I'm going to say that's Jens, who's just like bolted out of the gate.
So it's little colour moments like that where they're sort of
Just
looking
have
at
a
each
look
other.
to each
Yeah,
other.
I
Check
I
each other
really-
before they
it's
rush
quite-
off, except for
it's quite
Jens, who just
something.
ran for it.
you can see we've unlocked an achievement as well. I hope that wasn't a surprise, but there we go.
Yeah, that's all
It's
right.
working. There's an achievement. There
Absolutely.
we go. Very
As we
first
mentioned, we
achievement
grabbed an
online.
Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
We popped the game on there, so we're playing this especially for you guys today on the stream.
It always fascinates me, the claw as well, that middle claw, how extended up it is. It's quite ferocious. But there we go. So that's our new Raptors. Of course,
Brilliant.
they do have needs. They're building up their territory now, so that's the territory they're building up.
So I don't
They're
know if
searching
you
out for the things that they want in this area.
have seen any of our other streams where I say how this is actually one of my favorite additions. Like, I love the territory system, the way that they do build it out. I remember when going through the game with yourself and Rich, I was talking about how I wanted to just quickly build out what I thought they would need, where I thought they'd need it, and the dinosaurs, they decide what they want to do.
Yeah.
They didn't go exactly where I wanted. I had to rebuild, but it adds an interesting challenge. It was really, really fun to watch.
I'm now in. I've got to get these objectives done quickly because otherwise the Raptors will get unhappy and try and break out. And I
Okay,
don't want that to be on my hands on live streams. That's
Live
why. That's
on
why I suddenly went
stream.
quiet and was like, right, I've
Okay.
actually got to make sure I'm okay.
Adam
here.
is focusing.
So I've just
No
built a
Raptor
response
escapes.
facility which will get me my ACU team, so
Imagine,
my Rangers and
imagine
my
if a Raptor escaped
Raptors.
after you said how it would be that you're a
Yeah,
bad
I
park
know.
manager
Now
if a
you're
Raptor
trying to put me
escaped.
off. I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Right. So we've got the response team. We need to put down the new ranger post. So this is the
Yes.
object you place within an enclosure, or I mean, you
just
could
in a
put it
space.
outside the enclosure if you want to, but for more efficiency, you put it inside because the area you can see highlighted here.
Yeah, posts is
As long as they can access
placed
that
them
other
within it,
enclosure,
yeah.
they'll try to do it. So we place that down in the middle. You can see this is telling me that I've got no team assigned to it, and I probably
We
should do
can-
something about
we
that.
can do something about that.
And I
then.
will. I'm going to open up. I'm not going to direct control.
Ranger Team
I'm gonna
2.
Add the task, highlight that, assign it.
And
now
there we
what they'll
go.
do
They're going to have a little check-in on,
is
on
they'll
the
go in.
Velociraptors.
Yeah,
I think.
exactly. They're going to drive in through the gate on the left-hand side.
Brilliant. You've got to make sure
The
that they're
Raptors are
happy.
already pretty happy with their enclosure at this point. I do need
just
to give them a
feed
live
Yeah.
feeder. But we'll watch, before we do that, let's watch the Rangers go in.
For those who are just joining and asking what is it that we're currently playing, we are, of course, on Jurassic World Evolution 2, but we are playing Chaos Theory, and we're on the Jurassic Park level. So we're currently just a couple of objectives in on the Jurassic Park level. We're going to keep playing this for a little while we've got time on stream, and just talk
while
through
I
what
haven't
we're doing.
mucked it up, while I haven't lost control
Well,
of my park.
we've still got
chaos
Velociraptors not having escaped
ensued.
just yet, but we'll see. There's still time for Jesse, Jeff, and Jens to make their way out of the park over the fence, and then Adam will
It sounds
cry.
like it sounds like you're doing a horse race commentary, and that was really good.
Yeah, thanks. That was kind of what I was going for, so I appreciate that.
It was really good. As we were looking before, I can select a dinosaur, go to the Comfort tab, and have a look at what they need and what problems they've currently got. So there's no access to any water in here.
Slight water problem.
Water is
Water.
life, and there's no prey. So
Okay.
what we can do is from this tab, we can open up the landscaping tools, which also now include the feeders as well. So paleobotany within the tree brush area.
Yeah.
If I go back up to there, so in the nature thing, you have your forests and paleo brushes. Then you have water. So let's drop some water down here. Let's not make it too big. The territory stays on screen as well, so you can be very efficient and quick with where you place things in your enclosure. You're not guessing, oh, where is the raptor
Where
territory?
they're going to go. You
I
can see
put it.
what the
They
territory
will try to
is.
seek it out if they can't find it and expand, and perhaps over time their territory will change shape and move to where the water would be in this case.
So
Let's
just a
drop
note for
little bit
those
of water.
at home, there were one or two questions. Again, there's too many to be able to see exactly who asked. But you can speed up time and you can
yep.
slow back down. You'll be able to see, if you check in the bottom right corner, if we flip the camera off for a moment, you'll be able to see just underneath the objective boxes, you've got your very familiar play and fast forwards icons there and pause. So you use those to be able to speed up time if you need to. If you're waiting for a piece of research, for example, and you don't have anything else that you need to get done in the meantime, you can always just fast forward if you want to. So that's, of course, an option available to you there.
So I was putting down carnivore feeders and then worrying about why the objective wasn't completed. But it's because I was putting the wrong ones down. The raptors will eat from these feeders, as you can, as aptly demonstrated by Jeff.
I mean, we didn't choose which one was which, but we'll say Jeff, and there's Jesse has come to join.
Yeah.
Jens
is out in the forest. Oh no, here he comes.
Jens is back. Okay.
It's a banquet for 3. A jumbo banquet.
Jumbo banquet for 3.
And you see here, there's sometimes a bit of contention around feeders as well. So perhaps some of the raptors will have a little snap at each other.
Yeah.
So they can feed from that, and that'll stay healthy and fine. But they ultimately want to hunt as well. That's why they desire a live bait feeder. So
It's
that's
like
why
sort of
somewhere
like
over in the distance, I think, is a little
bit of an enrichment
little George
for them
the goat
in a way. George the goat.
Yeah. So
shout out to Georges.
when they want to, they'll
not looking
they'll
good
go
for
and
you.
hunt him.
You may be the greatest of...
Social interactions going on over there. Oh, we just missed it.
just missed it. Oh, it's okay. We'll get it
Sorry.
next time.
Yeah. Well, November 9th, you'll be able to
November
experience
9th, you'll
yourself.
be able to check it out. That's correct.
Right. They're happy. We've made sure their enclosures, they've got all the things they need in there. But now we need to make sure that the guests, when we finally open the park, can view them as well. So under the attractions section, we have the viewing gallery. We've got the viewing cone, so you can see that.
Yes, absolutely.
Because there's no point in just putting a viewing gallery that doesn't actually encapsulate the dinosaurs.
I mean, if you put a gallery in front of a wall, they're going to see a wall.
They're going to see a wall.
But
and
now they're going to see some wonderful
2-star ratings
the
TripAdvisor.
Wonderful pack of Velociraptors of Jeff, Jesse, and Jens, who, according to Adam, have got a pretty good rating on TripAdvisor. So
they will do now because you can see them.
was it like a 1-star, can't see dinosaurs, terrible?
Yeah.
And now it's going to be 5 stars.
I wonder
could
how
see
many-
Jess and Jeffy and Jens roaming, not sharing food. Jesse doesn't share food after all.
How many? Yeah, Joey.
Joey,
doesn't
that was the
share
joke.
Food.
It was a reference.
Really good. Yeah, well done.
Thanks.
Well done.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So yes, we now have that objectives. Sometimes these viewing gallery objectives, you'll see that the bar clicks up incrementally. It's because it's as sometimes the dinosaurs will move in and out of the view cone. So sometimes I've
Sometimes
found
you
it.
see
Sometimes I'm
them.
like, oh, what? I'm waiting for one, and then they'll drift in, and then
Suddenly they're, oh, right, there they go. There's a ton of messages coming in. I can see one or two friendly faces like Miriam over in Twitch chat and Aramis, and they're all just saying, game looks great. They're really excited to play it. It's really cool.
What the team have achieved is mind blowing. It really is. I've been making games for a long time now, but it never the magic of how this actually works it never falters. Like I
completely agree. I mean, that's
crazy.
one of the incredible things when you work with your dev teams.
Yeah.
And you see all of this stuff come together. Like, I spend a lot of time talking with all these different people and seeing what they're doing and like sharing any kind of feedback I can find and seeing what we can do together. It's fantastic.
So I'm about to place down one of the new buildings for Jurassic World Evolution 2 that opens up access to one of the new park teams, which is the Paleo Medical Facility building, which opens up the MVU, the Mobile Veterinary Unit. So now what you do is with your rangers, you go and find out with the scan if they're happy and what's wrong, if there is anything wrong. Hopefully you're not, because you're all brilliant park managers, I'm sure.
Nothing will go wrong.
But if there are any ailments or illnesses or injuries, then this is where the medical facility comes into play. This team will then go out and actually perform a more detailed scan. Some illnesses and diseases they can treat out in the field. Some of them will need to be brought back to the building itself for treatment, such as broken bones or kind of major injuries.
Yeah,
that's a case of tranquilizing.
Generally, is a problem.
Yeah, I mean you don't. I don't fix that at home. I go to A&E.
Do you not?
No. Never had a broken bone.
Oh, no, never have I.
Fact number 2 of Adam today.
No,
I've never had a broken bone.
No. I've definitely had the potential, but I've managed to avoid it.
We've always had potential because we've probably all ridden bikes at 5 years old for the first time.
That's true. That's true.
Right, let's connect this to the path.
Here's the exclusive. Tim and Adam have the potential to break their bones when they do dangerous
because
activities.
we have bones, we have the potential to break bones. Expedition help screen, so we're talking about the same similar mechanics to Jurassic World Evolution, where you can send expedition teams out to dig sites across the world once you've researched and found them, bringing amber and other fossils back to extract the DNA to then turn into a living, breathing dinosaur or marine or flying reptile. And sometimes you might find a little treasure in there as well, which you can sell for some money as well. So we've got our new Paleo Medical Facility with the rather lovely MVU, all dressed up in its Jurassic Park theme.
Brilliant.
Again, I can, with the ranger team, sorry, I've still got the path there. When I select the MVU, I can control it myself, or I can just add tasks and let the team get on with it. So let's build the Expedition Center. That's our next objective in operations. You'll notice that I'm building all kind of in this area because of the backup generator. I'm trying to save money just in case in the future I need some reserves in case anything goes wrong.
I mean, it's always good to have some reserves just in case something goes wrong.
Absolutely.
Like
save for a rainy day.
Yeah.
Because it could be rainy here.
Could be rainy here. Yeah.
So I'm building within the area that the backup generator can power, rather than building far out and then having to place another generator down.
That makes sense. Use the resources
again,
that you've currently got.
my part placement is probably absolutely destroying some people, and because I've seen the creation that the community can do.
Yes, that they can do is pretty incredible.
Absolutely incredible.
I'm going to give you a solid 5 out of 7 rating.
Why 7? Where did the 7 come from?
I don't have time to go into why.
Oh, okay. I want to though. I like it. But 5 out of 7's good. Like if I'm looking at percentages.
I mean, it's a perfect score.
Yeah.
So we continue.
I feel like the chat at home out there, they've lost all my jokes and I've lost this one.
Yeah, that's okay.
Right. Expedition team's now online.
Brilliant.
And what we need to do is increase the genome information we have of our Triceratops from 26% up to 50. When we hit 50, we can start trying to synthesize eggs and incubate. So we open up the expedition map, and then we have our various dig sites around the world. As fortune would have it, I have highlighted the one that has got some Triceratops information there.
Perfect.
So let's assign our staff. You can see we're getting some pretty tired staff now, so I do need to be careful of that. I want to look for
Just
building
one-
a staff centre at some point.
We could do that in a minute. I think this
Yeah.
is a pretty good job for O'Neill, who is a bit more sprightly,
Ooh.
perhaps.
Yeah. Yes, and also O'Neill has faster expeditions.
I had noticed.
You had noticed. Well
Yeah,
done.
Thanks.
Well done. I'm also going to send out Brazier again, though,
Okay,
because I want to. I also want to decrease the time.
let's do it. Let's do it.
So
We'll
Birdo's
send
going
Brazier,
as well.
We'll send Birdo. We'll
There we
send
go.
O'Neill. We'll send the whole crew, except for Childs.
Yeah.
And
there we go.
we'll
there's
get
there's
that
the team
done.
going.
Yep.
While that's happening, we know we're going to want some guest buildings.
We are.
So I'm probably going to
I can see a question in one of my
pop
many
a few
chats
guest buildings
asking
down this main
who
kind of avenue.
is
Well,
Lily Halford.
Lily Halford is a new original character that we have created for Jurassic World Evolution 2, and she'll appear in various
Various spaces.
Chaos Theory levels, if I remember rightly, kind of acting a little bit like our Cabot Finch, who also returns. I know he's a firm
Cabot Finch is
fan
a
favourite, and I can
a
see why,
fan
because he's got
favourite.
some fantastic jokes. I do appreciate the puns.
Gotta appreciate a bit of Cabot.
Yeah, so she's a character that will guide you through, sort of, talk to you when there are new objectives and new things to think about, and sort of guide the player through.
Great. So that one was for Nano asking the question.
So let's put some
carry on.
amenity buildings down. You'll see here that I've got the power sign above these ones.
Yes.
Because I've got no power down here. I'll deal with that in a second. I can also select which one to place. So it's kind of like an amenity building, which is either a restaurant, a drink shop, or a gift shop. So we'll put food. I always go for good old standard one of each to begin with. So I'll put another small one next to it because I like that Main Street feel. I'll make that a drinks one.
Okay. We could do. I mean, I might have a drink as well. I've got a bit of water left.
Well done. I'm making you thirsty with the thought of a macchiato or something.
A macchiato.
I don't know. I should have just said water because that's what you
I
drank.
mean, I had water. Yeah.
Right, so that's my 3 down there.
Macchiato.
Let's have a look at what else we've got. We've got restrooms. We always need to go for a wee, so we'll pop one down
Yeah,
on this side
especially
as
after
well.
you drink too many macchiatos.
Yeah. That is a coffee, isn't it?
Yeah.
I haven't made it up. Okay.
I mean, we could go further, but yeah.
I'm not going to power them at the moment, just because the generator will be sitting there burning fuel. I'm going to
makes
wait until I
sense.
get a bit closer to wanting to open it, so we'll leave that for a second.
We can leave that as is for now.
But very quickly, while we're waiting, I think my dig site have come back, haven't they? Yeah, so we'll ignore that. I was going to show you the customization that's coming in Jurassic World Evolution 2, but
Yeah.
maybe you'll have to play that on November 9th yourself. So we've now got fossils, which we can extract the DNA from our science centre. Here we do the research as well, so that's a button to take us to the research screen, which we saw earlier, but we also have our view fossil screen, so we can see what our team have returned. Now we've got amber here, which obviously will be most, rich in DNA, and then we have a few fossils as well, which we can extract as well, and we've got some treasure found.
You could probably buy a Ferrari with, if you get a few more of these.
Yeah, I'd need a few more of those
Yeah.
for the one I'd want. Now extraction in Jurassic World Evolution 2, you can extract more than one at one time, if that makes sense. So you can see I've got my extraction slots in the bottom right-hand side.
Yes.
This amber takes up 5 slots because it's obviously very big, rich in the DNA, but I can still add on more. So I'm gonna do the amber,
You
but I'm
can,
also
you
going
can add a
to
few more bits.
extract
We've got
this
one more
as
slot
well.
left. We can actually add in that
And I think
those minerals.
Yes, because the
The
number
osmium.
top left is telling you how many slots the thing will take. So we'll do that. I'll assign the scientists. We've got a faster extraction trait here, so clearly I'm going to use Childs.
We can send Charles.
And then I'm going to do O'Neill.
I think we need to build that staff centre pretty soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we'll leave that.
Okay. We'll get
we'll
them to
leave
do the
that
job.
as those two. Because
We can maybe build a staff centre in the meantime.
Let's have a look at what the research is for the staff centre.
Oh, that's
So
true.
if I go operations, we can see the staff centre here. It'll open up the tech tree where it is, highlighted at the bottom here.
Yep, I see it there.
I can research it, so let's do it now. There we go. We'll put Brazier on it again. And now we've got 2 research tasks in progress, which you can see bottom right-hand corner. There's the 2
Yes.
tasks. One is got a slightly different icon because that's the extraction, and the other one is the research icon, which we use. While that's happening, let's have a quick look at the customization of these amenity buildings.
Yeah, let's do it.
So when I select one,
just lovely comments, Straw Hat Pro saying these added management gameplay elements making them so happy.
brilliant.
That's fantastic.
I suppose that was also part of the anxiety of, you know, we listen to what we want to do, we listen to what the community say, and we hope that it all.
Well, we find how can we take the best of both worlds and like what we think everyone's going to enjoy and what you've said you'd like to see and what's possible to do. And yeah, it's always great when people say, "Oh, I love that. I can't wait to play that."
So as you can just see, then I can cycle through various kind of big geometry changes of these amenity buildings, but I can also change the signage just if I want to change different, have a different look,
Dinosaur
and the ground
adoption.
decorations.
Dinosaur adoption.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so cute.
Adopt a dinosaur.
Look at it. It's cute. Anyway, we can carry on.
Let's put the fossils out. I always like the fossils.
Yeah.
And not only can I change the geometry, I can also change the colours as well. So we have a full, we have swatches that you can, if you just want to quickly spruce up your amenity, then you can do that. But you can also have a full colour palette of all the colours under the rainbow, including the lights as well.
Absolutely.
So we'll leave that. And I think our 2 tasks have now completed.
Synthesize, incubate, and release would be the next step.
That's it. So we go to our... Now, I'm not going to release these with the raptors, though.
You don't want to?
Nope.
No?
And I want to try and keep this stream, as much as I've tried to what's the word? Not unhinge. Derail it. Now, listen to the chat go mad with this enclosure layout.
All right.
Right. I'm going to use one of the existing walls of the other.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm connected.
Yeah, you're good.
You
good. You made it. You made it.
So that's our new enclosure. I'm going to. I always forget to add a gate. Let's not forget to add a gate because we want our rangers in there. I am going to just clear the area of trees for a second because I like to start with like a blank canvas in an enclosure, put them in, and then build it up around them.
Wipe slate clean.
Yeah.
Start it how you want.
That's what
Start it fresh, ready for your new. What are we on? The Triceratops.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do think one of their needs is forest, but so I will be.
Well, we can add the
adding
forest
it back in.
That's okay.
But I'm just gonna.
We've got plenty of cash to splash around, right?
I've still got 15 mil.
15, a cool 15 mil.
That's going down. A
That's
couple
a
of
lot
minutes
of
ago I had 20.
macchiatos right there.
And lots of
A lot of
macchiatos.
macchiatos. I'm going to get you a macchiato on the 9th.
Right, now I've got an enclosure semi-ready, at least to
Cool.
contain them. Let's get the...
Got the gate ready as well. We can do that airlift.
Landscape still. There we
Great.
go. Right, empty hatchery bay. We now have our Triceratops DNA.
Spared
We've
no
got a couple
expense
of
on the
really
macchiatos,
on the edge staff members here. I'm going to risk it.
On the edge.
Okay, I'm going to risk it.
All right.
I'm going to put Brazier in one more time.
Here's Adam.
One more
I don't
time
want
into the
chaos.
fold.
Also, Adam, let's make some chaos.
But yeah, keep it steady. Break it all down.
Yeah.
Let's get that staff building down. Staff centre.
Let's do that.
Let's see if we can.
You're going to have to turn it around the other way, right? Maybe.
What? Because the part, yeah, I suppose.
Make the path
actually,
easier.
I could put it this
I mean, you
side.
can't build them a staff centre and then they just can't get in.
I mean, if they want that lie down, they're going to figure out a way to get in.
Can you imagine if all of the things is like we've got this wonderful stuff for you?
You turn
everyone,
up to a hotel. Can I have
but
a
you
room for
have
the
got
night?
to do a Ninja Warrior course to get to your room, of course.
Yeah, yeah. Right. On the building, I didn't talk about this before when I was connecting paths, but a building that does need a path connection, you will see those red lines. That's telling you that's where the connection starts, and it's red because it's not connected.
Okay.
So then as soon as I do connect it,
it's gone.
It's gone. There you go.
Perfect.
Away we go. So that's now building up. Lovely. And I'm going to get some rest going on once that's finished. There we go. View scientist. This also opens up the ability to hire more scientists as well. So it increases my pool that I can hire and then choose from.
Let's get Brazier a rest.
Yeah, I'm gonna rest them all.
Your old neighbour's disgruntled.
I'm I'm going to rest O'Neill too, but I'm going to hire a couple more in
Alright, who
so
we
that I
got?
can still carry on with a few things as I need to. We've got
what do we
Soy,
need? What are
Smith.
we looking for here?
I tend to look for a bit of a spread. So, for example, Matthew Bell at the end here, Janet, she's very good.
Okay.
She's got a good 3, 2, and 2. Going to take
Go for Janet.
her on. And we'll take one more. I'm going to go with
454. Eric.
Eric. Where was Eric?
Eric's
Oh, yeah,
3
Eric.
to the left. No, to the right.
We'll take Eric as well.
There we go.
So now we've got quite a few staff. I do need to make sure I'm not, splashing the cash too much, but I'm sure we'll be fine.
What are you talking about? We've got a cool
Sure, we'll be
14
fine.
mil left over. We're totally
Let's
fine.
let's extract the rest of the fossils because we had a couple left over. There we are. So let's fill them up. Then we'll just add those two in. That's their first task. Welcome to Jurassic Park.
I didn't notice that
Go and crack open some rocks
the
for me,
chat had a
please.
lot of opinions on who we should hire. They were calling out names, but I was too busy looking at who we should hire. It's fine.
No, I'm afraid not. I mean, this is the
This is your executive
Adam and
decision.
Tim show
The Adam and
today.
Tim show.
Right, we have our eggs ready for incubation now. So we have 5 viable eggs. So that's quite a good go. So we can
can
select
go for
eggs.
this.
I can quickly select all 5 if I want
Let's
to.
release them all.
Yeah, I can also see at this point very quickly if I've got any
Traits.
yeah, maybe negative traits, things like this. Maybe this Triceratops is going to come out a bit weak, but I'll take them all.
We'll take
Now, at this point, because I've got 4 people on rest and 2 digging rocks, I can't meet the needs.
Ah, of
So it's
course.
telling me at the bottom that I can't do it at the moment. So we'll come back, in a second once they've finished their resting, which you can see all the rest tasks. Lower right-hand side, 5 rest tasks? Oh, no, 4. 4 shouldn't take too long. Oh, and then of course I press the start button. One thing I said to
Naturally.
myself, don't press the start
Don't press
button.
it.
Don't pause
do it. Well, if we're waiting on our scientists, we could always speed up time a little bit.
Yep.
Get through that.
If I can remember which one it is, there we go.
There you go.
This is totally fine. So I think you said before, actually, Tim, on that. So we have the ability to pause the game.
Yes.
And you can also have it real time, 2 speed or 3 speed. So certain points in the game where perhaps you've got all your plates just about spun now, and you can take a little bit of time.
Everyone's going all right.
For a second. You can speed them up. Certain events will take the time back to real time so that you don't kind of get
Miss them
lost
and-
in, if a calamity or something happens.
There we go.
It can
a bunch
be
of rest and
really bad.
we're
There
back
we go.
on.
Yeah. So let's get these Triceratops.
Let's do it.
I unselected them. Science scientists, excuse me. We want to look for some incubation. So Birdo's our guy for incubation, isn't he?
I mean, we could get Janet in on this. There's a generalist.
Yeah. And then
We got space for any more?
let's just put Eric in as well because he's new and all he's done so far is dig out the rocks. I want to give him something a bit more
Something a little
interesting.
bit more.
Keep
yeah.
my staff happy.
Okay, let's do it.
That's my own role play, by the way. That's not something that actually happens in the game. That's just me enjoying
oh my
life.
god, are you enjoying the game?
Yeah, I know. I love
How
it.
dare you, Adam?
I grew up on kind of park simulators and things, so
Yeah.
it's very nice to be working on this with dinosaurs as well. It's always a lovely mix. Right, what else do we need to do? We could send. No, I don't want to send any more things out. Let's get up some time again.
Got a little
Well, I tell you what, let's get
shout
that
out for you from
powered
Osric and
down.
the other mods. They're all really happy to see you on stream. And
Thank
just
you
wanna
very
say
much,
hi.
everyone. It's very nice. Very nice to hear you guys are still with us. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the shout out. I found out that we worked in the same town
Yeah.
for many years
Oh,
and
wow.
probably saw each other many times
Really?
without even realising it until
Until Frontier.
now through Frontier and stuff. Yeah,
That's so funny.
back in Essex. It's very good. Very interesting.
For
Right.
those of you who are just joining us, we're currently playing Jurassic World Evolution 2 on an Xbox Series X, and we're playing some of the Jurassic Park level from Chaos Theory. So that's what we're up to right now. The rest of the stream, we've talked about different bits and pieces throughout the rest of the October month in the monthly highlights. And right now, we are doing a release for the Triceratops in a brand new enclosure.
Yes. As I said before, you have two options now. You can release through the hatchery into the enclosure that it's attached to, or if you want to be wild, you don't even have to attach the hatchery now to an enclosure. I suppose you could just have it out in the middle of nowhere and then airlift everything
I
around.
guess.
You could. I don't. Excuse me. I don't
Personally,
really.
that's not my jam.
I wouldn't suggest it. Sorry, I'm having a little moment there.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's all right. You take a moment while I remind everybody at home
Get-
that Jurassic World Evolution 2 is releasing on November 9th, and you'll be able to play it on PC, on Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, and PS4.
We're playing on Xbox Series
We're playing
X
on
today.
an Xbox Series X today. Absolutely.
Right. So what I did is I chose to airlift the 5 Triceratops into the enclosure. I'm not going to release them with the Raptors. I'm going to keep them apart. So you can see now my big transport helicopters have just dropped the first one down over there on the right-hand side, and we've got the flares for the other 4. One thing I know always, obviously, is that animals need access to water. So there's no water in this enclosure. So I'm going to paint some down just in this corner. I'm also going to set up the ranger post.
Got to have a ranger post.
So that I can assign. So you'll see here, yeah, it's just on the edge actually, so that's fine. Put that in the
That's some
middle.
overlap,
We've
that's
got
all
our
right.
gate. The rangers are over here. I lost them for a second. Right, let's add number 1 because we didn't give him any tasks. Assign terrain post 2. There we go. Now, we can also, some of the dinosaurs will come in with an idea of what they need. Some of them won't. Some will have empty scans. These tries do. So I can already give some.
You can see they need some ground fibre there and a bit of forest.
Yes. Oh, as if I timed that almost. Oh, come on.
It's okay. Just
They're
click it
really
away.
helpful.
Click it away. Click it away.
They're really helpful. It's paused in the background, so it's not
Yeah,
too bad.
yeah, still good.
There we go.
There we go.
Right, so let's open up the.
Like, don't get the tooltips. Go back to the dinosaurs.
Yeah. Let's go back to the comfort level and
For
edit. So we are missing some forest and we're missing ground fibre, which is the new paleobotany brushes,
Yes.
which herbivores feed for. So you don't have, like in Jurassic World Evolution, you had the planters that you'd place down. Now it's actually about looking at some of the prehistoric plants that we've brought back to life, reimagined in our way that you can with 65 million plus year old plants.
Sure.
And you use them to feed your herbivores. So when you go to the landscaping mode through the dinosaur, you'll actually also get those little icons telling you what things the dinosaur needs. So you can very quickly at a glance see that it needs some forest here and some ground fibre. That's why those blue icons are there. Go
I
on.
think I've noticed something else that we might need.
Yeah.
It's a bit of power for our fences.
Oh,
Could use a little bit of power.
look at that. My
Somebody
power
in,
is out.
in
Oh
one of
boy.
the
Oh
chats I'm
boy.
keeping an eye
I
on
really
has
hope those
pointed it
raptors
out.
are still happy.
Oh, we've lost a lot of power. Oh, right, we need to just refuel. There we go.
Woo.
So
Well done,
shout
chat.
out to Hyper.
Well
for that
done,
one.
well done,
Well
well
done.
done. You just, I could have been in real hot water there.
Could have been.
I
but
would
we
have just
got
gone,
you.
oh, I'm sorry, technical difficulties.
If I was
stream's ended.
If I was feeling more chaotic, I could have just
You
not
would have
told
not
you.
told me. Yeah, right, let's paint down some forest. We can see the forest need being met in real time as well. So I could just, there
Perfect.
we go. And then
Ground
we want some
fibre.
ground fibre. The different plants will give off different amounts of ground fibre, if that makes sense, in terms of the richness of the fibre of this plant is quite high because it's those 3 arrows. If I look here at the Calamites, there we go. I kept saying calamities.
Calamities. Got them
It
on
gives
the
lots of
mind.
tall fibre, but it doesn't give as much ground fibre as the fibrous ground cover.
Yes.
So let's paint some of these down. And then we make sure they're nice and happy. There we go.
19. Oh, no, 100%
100%.
perfect.
Always go for the best.
Always. Only the best for our Triceratops.
So that's our group of 5 Triceratops. Very happy now. So next up, we would continue to build up species. We're looking at building a park tour and also making sure that the park tour goes through enclosures and dinosaurs are visible from it. That's what we need to do.
Oh, keeping on time.
Yep.
It's 4:45, so we can crack on for a bit. But
well, maybe this is a good point to actually end it, because what I would be doing, I don't want to show you the park tour. I don't want to give off too much before November 9th.
November 9th.
But what I would be doing is sending dig sites out.
Okay.
Like we did. Maybe researching different dig sites so that I can get different species in as well.
Yeah.
Building that park tour, which you will all have great fun with on some date I can't remember in the near future. And building...
I'm pretty sure, Adam, that one's November 9th.
That's it, November 9th.
That's the one, November 9th. Yeah.
And making sure that the park tour goes through the enclosures
Yes.
to make sure everyone's visible.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, I think then, in that case, we'll stop there with
think so.
Going through Jurassic Park level, because naturally we want all of you to be able to enjoy playing through this as well at home. So we won't go through the entire level today, but we will go through, naturally, quite a bit of it. So I think to finish off, Adam, are there any final notes that you would have for the community watching today? Any final tips and tricks? Anything that you'd like to say to them before we head towards, in about a week and a half, on November 9th, launching Jurassic World Evolution 2?
I want to say a big thank you to everyone that has come and watched today. Thank you very much for joining and watching me, hopefully not stumble through playing it too much. It's very stressful trying to play it while you're on stream. I think I've done all right. Thank you so much for the support since Jurassic World Evolution all the way through to now. I'm really excited about you getting your hands on this next evolution in the series. I suppose the tip is, if you fancy it, go and pre-order it now. You can.
I didn't even ask him to say that. It's just says it. It's brilliant. Well, in that case, we will say thank you very much for everybody for joining today. I hope you enjoyed getting to hear a little bit more from our wonderful guests. We had Jim on the stream and we had Amy on the stream as well. And of course, the wonderful Adam Woods, who is still sitting right next to me here.
Hello.
As we have mentioned once or twice, Jurassic World Evolution 2 is going to be releasing on November 9th. You'll be able to pick it up on PC, on Xbox Series X, which is what we were playing on today, on a PS5, PS4, or an Xbox One as well. So thank you as well for all the mods who are in the chat, and a shout out to everybody who's super excited and has already pre-ordered. Thank you very much. We really, really appreciate it. And naturally, we've got to say thank you very much to Jens and a different Adam who are in the room and have been helping us run the stream and helping make sure that everything goes according to plan. And naturally, a quick shout out to Clank. So with that, we will see you all next time, and thank you very much for joining.
I'm gonna talk very softly now. Turn down your volume, because I'm louder. I'm gonna wait like 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. You better have your volume turned down right now, okay? It's not my fault. I gave you time. I'm gonna do that, and we might as well just have some background stuff. So yeah, I think the consensus is meh. Am I wrong? I mean, I do really like that they, you know, we have been able to fill in one of the blanks. We know what Jurassic Park Chaos Theory mode is like. It's kind of what I predicted. There's, although even less story to it than I'd hoped. This is literally, this could have been any park build so far. I don't know if anything is gonna come in later. But aside from the fact that they slapped the name Jurassic Park Chaos Theory mode on it, it's just a park build? Am I wrong? I mean, I will say I was kind of absorbed into chat, so maybe I didn't pay too much attention to every little detail. but it seemed to me like there were not really even that many movie references or anything concrete to tie it into what makes Jurassic Park, aside from they force you to place 3 buildings in a certain spot, which I don't even think is movie accurate. That was the defense, but the placement of the helipad or the helicopter arrival point that far away from the waterfall, that in and of itself already isn't movie accurate. So, you know, that's a little bit of a flimsy argument, I'd say, and if that's the only thing, the waterfall's pretty much the only thing that made me go, oh yeah, Jurassic Park. Other than that, it was just Jurassic Park era. So I don't know, I feel a little bit underwhelmed. I'm pretty sure, like, that's not to dig on the game as a whole. I'm sure I'll have a great time with it. I'm actually 100% convinced I will have a good time with it. But I don't know, maybe they should have showed something else or something, because I feel like this wasn't top tier hype material. I guess that's what I should say. I don't know. I see a lot of similar sentiments in the chat. Michael McDaniel says it could have been better. Lee says it was so boring they didn't even do that much. Honestly, I feel like later on in the gameplay they did pick up the pace a little bit. The thing is just there is so much micromanaging to do that the gameplay, I hope it feels like fun. It's not necessarily, as far as this stream goes, it wasn't too fun to look at. It was just a lot of select the scientist, incubate the clutch, synthesize the clutch, incubation failed, let's do that, rest your brazier. I feel like, you know, he did his best. He did his best, but, you know, we didn't see the things, I guess, that we wanted to see, which is more dinosaurs. Zenogre Onozuki says it was disappointing to say the least. Jojo Zek says, but this gameplay was painfully bad. I agree that it was underwhelming. I wouldn't say painfully bad, but it was underwhelming. It was not what I was hoping for. Let's see. Stephen Boudre says when the fences went down, they could have seen if a raptor would have climbed at least, since there's only been images. Yeah, they could have shown just more of the dinosaurs. Honestly, they should have just let a sabotage happen and let us see that. As Turt Shards points out, Archaeonothomimus is back. Euoplocephalus as well. Not the most exciting dinosaur additions. I said this in chat as well as the reveal happened. I like Archaeonothomimus. I really do like it. No, I don't like it better than Gallimimus. That's blasphemy. But I quite like it. However, do I particularly want to have it if we already have Struthiomimus and Gallimimus, which we know we do? No, I feel like, you know, some of these slots would have been more useful for other species. Pope Omar's like, blasphemy? Somebody called me? So yeah, I feel like it's, sure, new species reveals, it's great, but it's not exactly what I was hoping for. But I feel like I'm being really negative right now. I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean. I'm still excited for the game. I feel like this just wasn't... I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean. And this is not, by the way, this is not like to insult these guys. I really want to stress that, you know, this is not their job. I mean, maybe for, like, the presenter guy, kinda, maybe. Although, even for him, appearing on camera is kinda out of his comfort zone as well. But for Adam and Amy and... Who was there first? Who was the first guest? I already forgot. It's been so long. You know, it's not their job to talk on camera. It's not their job to stream. So... no dig towards them at all. I think they all did great, and I would be a total mess if they put me on that couch. And we all know I would be, because I was a total mess during my Chaos Theory mode gameplay. So add a camera to that, and whoo! Woo! Alright, sorry. So that was my little rant. Lee says I felt like clicking off, but I didn't in case new stuff. Yeah, I think that's the hook that kept everyone part of the stream. It is a shame that there wasn't a lot of new stuff. Although, you know, with only 11 days until release, there wasn't much new stuff to show anyway. But I am sad, and for chat as well, because JP3 won the vote. That's the Chaos Theory mode that we all wanted to see most, or at least like 40% of us. I'm sad that it wasn't that one, because that one is like a big mystery right now. For Jurassic Park, we sort of figured that this would be it. Shortson says it was kind of disappointing, but we did reach the funny number of likes, 777. We're at 784 likes right now. That's absolutely insane. That's the power of Jurassic World Evolution 2. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for the support and for joining me and just hanging out with me. That's really cool. I really appreciate it. Like, I don't say it often enough, or maybe I say it too much, but I mean it. It's honestly incredible what's happening to the channel right now, and that's all thanks to you guys. Thanks to you guys tuning in, so thank you. Joshan Sandu says Acro is confirmed to come back. I think Acro was on the list for a very long time. Might have even been as long as the Game Informer article way back in the day. Jurassic fan kid says criticism isn't mean when you're giving it to protesters and stupid people. No, criticism in and of itself isn't mean, no. But I know how vulnerable it feels to put yourself out there. So, who am I kidding? They're not watching this anyway, so it's fine. But, you know, I know how stressful it is to go live, so I don't want to harp on them too bad. And at the end of the day, we're all so excited for this game, I'm guessing, so... There you go, we are at 800 likes. You guys are awesome. I knew that already, but that is absolutely awesome. Sarcastically inspired, are you still getting that magazine, Evo? Yes, I am. Once a month, I get a German email in my email inbox. That's... I don't understand a single word. But yes, I still have my year-long subscription to that German magazine. Oh, all for the content, guys. I do it all for you. Thanks, Daniel Sexton. That's really nice. Yeah, is there anyone who wants to share, like, the final thoughts? You know what? Let's do a rating. Let's not rate the stream. I feel like that's unfair. Let's rate the gameplay that we saw, okay? So let's rate Jurassic Park Chaos Theory mode as we've seen it. And I'm going to rate it a... Oh, I don't want to be mean. I'm gonna rate it a 4 out of 10. And the 4 is like 99% nostalgia based. Okay, so let's see. Clinton Singh says 5 out of 10. Extreme Boy says November 9th out of 10. That's a slow clap right there. I like that. They were harping so much on the November 9th. Sarcastically Inspired says 7 out of 10. I think that's a very generous number. Christian Haley or Halley agrees. 7. Javier says 5 out of 10. Captain Stroon says JPOG out of 10. People are getting way too creative. Jelke Talsma, 5 out of 10. I see a lot of 6s. Lee gives it a 2. Some 4s as well, so some people are in agreement. Barbie Bakes Cakes gives it an 8 out of 10. Okay, so that's really good, actually. I do think, you know, I'm giving it a 4 out of 10 based on what I'm seeing. I still feel confident that I'll enjoy it more when I'm actually playing it myself. And you can focus on what you want to focus on. You can give in to your curiosity and you can hang out with the raptors and with the trikes if you so please. But yeah, the rating is a little bit all over the place, but I guess that's to be expected. I am going to end this live stream right now. I want to thank you all so much for being here, for hanging out with me, for the likes, for the super chats, of course. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you want to help the channel get to the ultimate funny number of 69k subscribers, then subscribe to the channel. I have a fun video planned for if we hit that milestone before the game launches. I'm kind of scared. I'm already regretting it, but you know, I'm making it happen. So yeah, if you want to subscribe for that, but mostly just for a lot of Jurassic World Evolution 2 content, then you're always welcome at the square. And that's all for now. I want to thank the moderators for being here. I think Pope Omar was the only one that was here for a while, but also Ivory was here. And for once, I was muting and doing stuff in chat. But yeah, thank you all so much for helping out, and thank you for joining. Neron, Crowny, Pirate Hunter, Jurassic World, Dana Ross, Stefan, Gabby, Je play and watch. I'm sorry, I barely speak 2 languages. Don Packy, Tarantula Mantis, Gabriel Nicoletto, The Gaming Leecher, Austin Thomason, Al Hussein Al Reedy, Guillermo Marquez, thanks so much for being here. Sarcastically Inspired, of course, thanks so much, and good evening to you as well. Pope Omar Sisto, Jurassic Fan Kid, Unreal Lemon, Biology Believer, Jurassic World, Lee Kempe, Daniel Sexton, Potato Man, 456, chat jumped. If I missed someone, I'm so sorry. Samuel, Barbie Bakes Cakes, Michael McCone, The Gaming Reptile, Mojo in the Dojo. I like a good name, and that's a good name. Extreme Boy, Captain Stroon, Gary the Berry. Let's hope we see the Metrocanthosaurus, Gary. I am Pineapple. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm sorry, I can't name 410 people, but thank you so much. And I hope I'll see you tomorrow for another stream or for tomorrow's weekly news update. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and until next time, enjoy the anticipation.